And I think we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, with these live streams, let us know if you can hear us and see us okay. Pete's joining me today.
Hello.
And Pete's going to be teaching me how to play Halls of Hegra, which this is my copy of it. It's a review copy sent to me by Tompo Games, the publisher. I lent it to you. You've learned how to play it this week.
Yeah.
You've played it once, lost.
Yes.
And now you're going to teach me how to lose.
Probably.
Yeah. So just a few things before we start. Hopefully everything is okay. Yep, Stuart, everybody, James, Mindy's here, all saying that the AV is okay. So yeah, a few things before we start. This is not a sponsored playthrough. If you are expecting to find one of Paul's amazing tutorials on how to play the game, this is not going to be it. We are hoping that we'll get the rules right. Unfortunately, the designer who was going to be joining us in the chat today is unfortunately not able to make it. So if anybody is watching this live and does know how to play the game, and we do get anything wrong, please let us know. We will try our best to get the game correct with the rules as we understand them. I know you had a couple of queries earlier on the week, and Petter helped you out with a couple of things.
Yeah.
But what is this, and why are there two of us playing a solo game? So the theme behind this game is, from an abandoned mountain fortress, you command a group of Norwegian volunteers fighting numerically superior German forces in the early days of World War II. This is a solo-only war game, but regular viewers of my channel will know that I like doing solo games with somebody else, because I think it makes a more interesting stream as we discuss what we're doing. But this is a solo game only, but that doesn't mean you have to play it on your own. You could play it with somebody else. Apparently, we're going to be doing worker placement, bank building, and area control stroke tower defense. Now, the first thing that I wanted to comment on about this game, because this is not a sponsored video, we can say whatever we want, and because the designer's not here in the chat, we can really say whatever we want without feeling bad. First of all, I think it's really good that we have a World War II themed war game that isn't your normal
Absolutely.
World War II theme. So, first of all, my knowledge of World War II is very little and comes from films, TV, and board games, and is generally centered around British and American forces and things like that. So I didn't know anything about this whatsoever, and the back of the rulebook actually does have some historical notes about this. So this is a real thing. This actually happened, where there was this small group of Norwegian soldiers basically on this hilltop defence trying to defend against the oncoming German invasion.
200 of them.
Right. Not 300. No, that's a different film. That's a different game.
Yeah.
And historically, what happened is that they were overwhelmed and they surrendered. But in this game, we're trying to not do that. Now, my first question about this game, because I don't know very much about it, but a lot of people have said that this is very hard.
Yes.
Does it have any difficulty levels?
Yes.
It does. And are we playing on the super, super easy level?
We're playing on normal.
Okay.
There are ways of making it harder.
Yeah,
and there are ways of making it easier. But I thought, let's just play it on normal.
So we'll play it on normal today.
Yeah.
And in 10 minutes' time, we'll reset after we all die, and then we'll play it again on easy, maybe.
Possibly.
Okay, so we're playing on the normal difficulty today. If you watch this video and you think this is stupidly hard, we will cover the variants at the end. And if you don't know them, we'll get the rulebook out and we'll have a look.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of people have said that this game is very, very good. Which is one reason why I wanted to cover it on the channel, because I do have an interest in some historical games. I'd heard a lot of good things about it. And yeah, a lot of my Patreon supporters wanted to see it. So yeah, because this is not a sponsored video, I've basically taken today off work in order to create this video for you. So that's only possible thanks to the support of the Patreon campaign. If you are a Patreon supporter, thank you very much for your support. And if you're not, but you want to support the channel and help me carry on making videos like this, then yeah, patreon.com/gaming rules. Right. Okay. So the way I like to learn games is not by having the full teach up front.
Okay.
I'm happy with you giving me a very high level overview, sort of 5 minutes.
Okay.
And then we'll dive into the details as we're playing them.
Okay.
But I'm going to guess, because you asked me to set up these five piles of cards, which, by the way, these 5 piles of cards should be at the top of the board. But we've decided to put them here just so we can... Oh, hang on a minute. I need to press this button, don't I? There. Yeah, we've decided to put these 5 piles of cards here rather than at the top of the board, which is where they would normally go. But it says mobilization, first attack, Siege 1, Siege 2, and Last Stand.
Yeah.
So I'm going to guess the game is played over 5 sort of phases, and we start off in the mobilisation.
So this was a very short time scale.
Okay.
It all was over and done with within 12 days.
Right, okay.
So you're looking at 11 days, and there's a tracker along the bottom that tells you which day you're in.
Right.
And it goes from 1 to 11, which start, and you've got these different sections. Mobilisation.
Days 1 to 3.
Days 1 to 3. That's the first deck. And then you move on to first attack, which is days 4 to 6. That's the second deck. And then days 7 and 8, siege 1. And then siege 2 is 9, 10, and 11. And then you've got last stand. So if you make it, if you're still there at the end of the 11th day, you draw a last stand card and see what happens. So the turns are, it's a deck builder, it's a bag builder, there's all these different things going on, but essentially you're just following through the same routine with every day. It's just that it changes depending on which phase you're in.
Yeah.
So looking at the main board,
because you've set this up before we started, and we've got lots of counters in certain positions, which you followed the setup guide, and that told you where to put them, and we'll explain them as we go along. But so
an important part
and the other thing is that that's going to happen later on. Yeah. But right now, we're just doing this bit, which is mobilisation. So presumably, once mobilisation is over, we remove this off the board.
So the first stage of the game, what you're doing is mobilisation, which is where you're trying to kind of improve your position, get the locals and the local villagers to send you volunteers.
Yeah.
They're going to be a bit trepidatious and a bit nervous, which is what the fear and the doubt is all about.
Okay.
And that depends, and you're looking to try to enhance your morale and gather your troops, improve your position, improve the fortifications. There's all these different things you can do, and that happens in the first 3 days. So you're looking to kind of invest in your fortress and make it better.
And no German attacks in those first 3 days.
That's all about to happen.
Right. Okay.
Shortly after, then you move on to first attack, because the Germans start to appear at the end of each round, at the end of each day. You'll see these symbols here, and this shows you how many Germans you're going to take out of the patrol bag and put on the board.
Right. Okay.
And that will have an effect on various things. So at the end of the mobilisation, where you've finished kind of gathering your resources and improving your position, you then have first attack, which is when there's something that happens at the end of the third day. And then you'll flip this board over.
Oh, right. Okay.
Try to put it the right way up. That's probably a good idea. And then you've got these spaces, which are the 2 sectors where you've got Germans coming onto the board and then advancing up towards you. Okay. And you'll be shooting back at them and trying to send them back where they came from. Right. And then at the end of the 6th day, you flip this, you remove this altogether, and you've now got this here. So you go through these 3 stages with the board. Right. And any Germans that were here, you transfer them across to the board here, and then you just continue to work them up. Right. So you start off with the board there. Yep. So mobilisation. What have I done with those there?
Fear is at 3, doubt is at 1.
Yeah. Okay. And so,
so just before we dive in, there is one thing that I forgot to mention is, although this is not a sponsored video, so I'm not getting paid any money from the publisher to create this video, they have offered me an additional copy of the game to give away to one of my patron supporters. So if you're one of my patron supporters, watch this space. I will be doing a giveaway for a copy of this game. I haven't worked out the details of how I'm going to do that yet, but yes, there will be a giveaway for this game for one of my patron supporters. And thank you very much to the publisher for supporting me with that.
So if I tell you a tiny bit about what the day structure looks like.
Yeah.
I won't go
into it written down anywhere?
It's all in here. I don't think you've got a kind of player aid, but the rules are here. But the day structure always starts with drawing a card. Right. And then you resolve what's on the card, and it will tell you something that's happening with the weather. It will tell you something that's so you follow the instructions on the card. And then, depending on which of the stages you're in, you will then do different things. and then you'll do a standard set of operations which you do at the end of every day, which is to do with the morale track, placing any German patrols, and then checking to see if you've lost, and if the unconditional surrender has been reached, then that's game over.
Okay, and where are we at the moment?
You start in the middle.
Right.
These tokens, these counters, so it's a bit of a bag builder. So
we've got some bags up, camera. We've got
Yeah.
a patrol bag, which you say we draw German counters
That's
out.
where the Germans come from.
Yep,
Who go onto the board here.
yep, they're in there.
Yep.
The hit bag.
You don't want to. You try and stay away from that if you
Okay.
can, because things get. It's bad. If you're drawing tiles out of there, it's not good.
Right, okay.
The recruit
And then
bag.
the recruit bag.
Now this, if you want to just tip it out for a second, what we start off with.
Okay.
Yeah, what we start off with are
Medics.
soldiers, are the ones with the bullets on.
Farmers.
Medics,
And
volunteers,
strong men from the local circus.
strong men from the local circus. They're hunters.
Right, okay.
Those are in your supply bag.
Yep.
And you've also that purple one. There was a purple one in there, wasn't there? Yeah, there was a purple one. One
Is
of
that
these.
the magician?
Not quite. That's the doubt.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's the doubt marker, which is bad. And you only start off with one, but you're going to get more. And the more you get, the less likely it is that you're going to recruit the people you want.
Got it. Yeah.
These are the people you start with.
So they say they're ready. So we got 3 soldiers, 2 farmers, and
An officer.
officer. An American officer?
No.
Isn't that the American symbol though?
What, the white star?
Yeah. Well, the 5-pointy star.
5-point star. I think they use it for generals and things like
Okay.
that. And they put it on the side of their airplanes and tanks and things.
And Captain America's got one.
True.
Where is he in this game, or is that variant rule?
I think that's the it's probably an expansion set.
The Captain
in
America
the one with
expansion set.
Captain America in it. And then when you see this symbol here,
Mhm.
this is you're going to get to be able to place people in here.
Okay.
Try not to put people in here. That's the infirmary. They go in there.
There's a lot of space in the infirmary.
There is quite a lot of space. There are 3 beds, and when they're full, they go into a waiting area.
Oh,
But
okay.
we'll find out about that
Right.
when it happens.
So that's 3 beds, not 15 beds.
No, that's right. That's 3 beds with a tracker showing you where you are
Okay.
at your stage of recovery or otherwise. So where you see the Norwegian flag, this tells you that you're going to be able to put guys in here to do different things. So when you've
Which
got
is the worker placement part.
yeah, that's the worker placement
Right,
part
okay.
of it. These people here who are in the ready area are going to be available to you to place. And you can see that certain workers are better at doing certain
So you
things.
can't use officers to shovel snow,
But apparently they don't like doing it.
no, or repair,
But if you-
or bolster.
But if you get a hunter to do it, he's worth 2.
Right, got it.
That's what the 2 means.
Because he's strong.
Yeah. And whereas if you put people into Inspire,
Officers are good.
officers are better at it.
Yeah.
Because they get training and everything.
Yeah.
So
They've got a megaphone. Shout at people.
I think that's probably what it's all about. So the times 2 shows you how many you've got to have in order to make that work.
Okay.
So just working your way down, you've got shoveling snow, which is where you clear the snow away, and when it gets to there, you get to flip over one of these, which uncovers more stuff, like a second gun, medicine cabinet, radio, map room, the ability to send out counter
And these are
patrols.
completely randomised?
They've been shuffled.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when I played the game earlier, I spent a lot of time shoveling snow. I uncovered a few things, and I never used any of them.
Right, okay.
Repairing, now where you see that cracked symbol, you start off with 1 gun, but you can't fire it because it needs to be fixed. So going here and doing that will fix your gun.
Okay.
Here you've got defensive positions where you're going to be wanting to put people to fire at the Germans who are advancing
Yeah.
up towards you. But as it stands, you've only got one little loophole in a wall. You want to clear it away and repair these other ones as well, so that more people can shoot. That's what repairing does.
Yep.
And each time you put 2 guys in there, not officers again, because they can't get their hands dirty, then you remove 1 damage tile. And weapons can also become jammed, and you can unjam them by doing that.
Right.
Bolstering, when the Germans are coming up here and they're rolling dice to see how many of your defenders they're going to hit, you'll have a defense track. And bolstering will improve that, but that's not. Yeah, here it is. That's the defense track. It starts off at 0.
Okay.
So you're going to want to improve that. You can promote people. You can't promote medics.
Right.
But you can promote volunteers and what were they, hunters to become soldiers.
Right.
You can also move the morale marker. We'll find out a bit more.
Okay. Right. Shall we?
So yeah.
Shall we jump? I noticed that these have got numbers on. So do we do these in order? Defend the walls, fire artillery, supply run, maintenance, infirmary, morale.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the first thing that happens is
we draw a card. So these have been shuffled. We'll shuffle them again. Okay, and I'm just going to switch to one of the overhead camera views to show this card in a bit more detail, even though it's all blurry. I can probably, I'll tell you what, let's do another camera view for a card. And if I hold it maybe here, right, and obviously I will focus it. There you go. Right, so if I preset that as preset 5, there you go. So that's the card that we've drawn. So tell us about this card. What have we got on it?
Okay, you start off with the cloud symbol. This tells you where the weather is. It starts off on the cloud and it stays there.
Okay.
And that's going to show you how far you can move.
We can only see this at the moment. So just go through this briefly.
Oh, beg your pardon. Okay, so yes, just
So that's
the cloud.
weather.
That tells you whether you change the weather. Then you're going to injure a defender and add a German patrol.
Right. Okay.
Injuring a defender is bad.
Yep.
So choose one.
So that means the Germans have sent somebody across, a patrol across and shot somebody or something.
Somebody's been out in the woods doing something and he's been he's been winged. So the Germans are already there. They haven't arrived in force yet, but they've got some people there.
What about this down at the bottom?
So we do this.
Yeah.
So we
do that. Then we do that.
And then what that means is that you put a doubt marker into the bag, and the number of doubt markers you put in depends on where the position of the cube is on the track.
Okay.
So at the moment it's on 1.
Right.
So that'll be 1 doubt marker going into the bag.
And then are we going to draw something out?
And then you're going to draw, and this is where it's a little bit of a kind of push your luck game, because you saw how many counters there were that went into the bag. You now know there's going to be an extra doubt marker, and now you're allowed to draw out up to 4. As soon as you draw a doubt marker, though, if you draw a doubt marker, then and you've already drawn more than one defender from the bag, you've got to choose one of those defenders because you're only going to get one defender.
Okay.
If you were lucky and you got all 4 defenders, you'd have 4 new people to come into the game for you.
Okay. And what's this on the right hand side?
That is that every card has got that, and that's the order of priority. If you ever have to injure somebody and they're not specified, you take that order. So in our case, we are going to be doing that.
Yeah.
We're going to be injuring a defender.
It's going to be a farmer.
It means that one of those volunteers is going to go into the infirmary.
So first thing is weather. So the weather track is here, and we've got either cloudy, sunny, or snowy.
Yeah.
And it stays on cloudy because that's got a cloud.
Yeah.
Right. So injure one defender, and you're saying that it goes in this order.
Yeah.
So does that mean this one is injured?
He is.
Right. So this farmer here.
Now he's going to go into the infirmary.
Mm-hmm.
We've got 3 empty beds, so we're good to place him. That's fine. We roll a die, and that tells
you to see how injured he is.
Yeah, exactly.
So 1 is that really badly injured?
Yes.
Or,
he goes at the bottom.
Okay. It's a good start.
That's not a good start. Okay, so we've done that.
And then we add a patrol.
We now take a German out of the patrol bag, and they all look the same. On the front, they've all got a cross, and on the back, that tells you
number 1.
That means he goes into position.
Just
1.
show the big map there. So what we got? We got position 1.
Position 1 corresponds with that 1 there.
Yeah.
So we put him there.
Right. Okay. And the 6 positions are across there, and that's where they come in from.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And you'll see that the positions are color coded to tie in with the.
Oh right. Okay. Yeah. So mobilization is green, which is that area. So when we add a counter in the first attack, we're adding them to this area. Okay. Next is the bag thing. So we're adding a doubt to the recruit bag.
Yeah. 1 because.
1 because it's the current doubt level is 1.
Put that in
Right.
there. Give
And
them,
now
give them a
you're
good
saying
old
we
shake.
can draw.
Now draw one. If it's a doubt, put it back in and then pick another one until you get a defender.
So we don't have to declare how many we're drawing.
No.
Okay, so we draw one out. And it is a farmer.
Okay.
So we could stop there
You could.
and get the farmer.
There's not much point though, because if you get a doubt, you're still going to get the farmer.
Right. So the second one is a hunter.
Right, now this is where you're pushing your luck.
Right,
Because
okay.
if you draw a doubt now, and you know there's 2 doubt
There is.
in
Yeah.
there out of all of them. If you draw another doubt, you're going to have to choose one of those 2, and the other will go. I think it goes into the reserve.
I'm gonna push the luck based on how many
Okay.
things there are in here. It says draw 1 to 4 discs from the bag. You draw each disc in turn.
Yes, and then if you
You
draw,
may choose to stop drawing at any time.
if you have to lose any, they go to the reserve, which is back here. They don't go back in the bag.
Oh right. Okay.
But doubt markers always go back in the bag, so you're never going to
I'm
lose doubt
gonna go
markers.
one more. I told you.
Now this is where you're
I think stop there.
going to stop there.
I think stop there.
Okay.
So what do we do with these? These go in the ready area.
They go in the ready area. Yeah. So these are now. This is now your initial group of defenders.
Right.
And having done that,
That's everything on the card.
that goes to the discard. That goes out of the game.
Yeah.
You're not going to see that again.
Okay.
You now go to. We don't do infantry attack because that only happens in
Days 4 to
days
6.
4 onwards. So we can move on until we get to the day phase. We don't do the morning phase in the first turn because that consists of moving people up, and they're all in the ready area. So all of those defenders can now be placed on the board. What do you want your guys to do?
So remind me where they can go. It's this area.
So everywhere you see a Norwegian flag on the
Right.
board
Okay.
is where you've got an available action to you. You've got there are supply runs, which we haven't mentioned supplies. Supplies are going to be quite important because supplies, when you use your guys, your workers, at the end of once you've used them, they become tired,
Yeah.
and so they're all going to go from the board into the tired box, and then at the beginning of the next day, they're all going to be in the tired box, and you'll be able to move them to become ready, but it costs supplies to do that.
Where's our supplies?
Well, you've got one
Oh, is that
at
this?
the moment, which is if you see there's 4
Oh,
cubes to
so
the
so we
side.
get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Exactly.
6.
That's how
Right.
that works.
So we have one supply.
So you start off with a single supply, and that's the value of that supply is 4 because that's the position of this cube here.
Okay.
So next turn, you'll need to know this now. Next turn, that supply cube is going to be worth 4, which means that you can use it to move 4 workers, 4 defenders from the tired box to the ready box, which means those 4 workers are going to be available to you to place in that turn.
Right.
And then once you've done that, spent as many cubes as you feel able to, you then get to move 2 across there for free into the resting area.
And they'll come back the turn after.
Yeah, the first thing you do is move anybody who's in the resting area into the ready area.
Well, it sounds like we're going to need more supplies.
So we're going to need supplies. So how do you get those? Send somebody on a supply run.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
Oh, are the supplies there?
those are the supplies.
Ugh.
This tells you how far your guy is going to move. On his way out, it's 1, 2, 3. It would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you could have got all the way to the supplies, but there's a German there,
Right.
which will complicate things. When they're on their way back, they're slowed down by the fact that they're carrying a box of supplies, unless they're a hunter, because I think the hunters are used to skiing, towing things behind them on little sled things. So the hunters are not slowed down
Right.
if they go across to pick up supplies, bringing them back. But everybody else is. So there's no limit on who can go on a supply run. When you land on a German, you've got to stop. You also would have to stop if you've got... So if you stop on the German, it means that it's going to take you an extra turn to get supplies. Those supplies are not just worth 1, they're worth 2 plus that they're not just that they're worth more than that.
Okay, because they say 1 on them.
Yes, they do say 1, but it's we'll find out when we do a supply run when they get back.
But from your experience, having played the game once, can we do a supply run based on the fact that there's a German patrol there?
That is a real kind of little bit of a problem, that and this is how the game is different every time you play it, because of the way that so if you moved on to
let us know in the chat if you're watching this live and you've played the game. Do you think we should go on a patrol run, or should we try and deal with that German soldier first?
You would have a choice. If you sent somebody out, you'd have a choice about what he does when he encounters that German. He could stop. The suspicion here, which is the German suspicion about what they think is going on in the valley, is tracked here, and it affects various things that go on down there. So if you stop, then that goes down, and that's the end of his movement for this round, which clearly doesn't advance our cause very much. You could carry on and try and sneak past him. And then you roll a 6-sided die, and if you beat the current suspicion level, which is only one, so you've got a good chance of doing that, you would sneak past him, and then you increase this value by 1.
Okay.
So if your next turn you're going to be sneaking back, it's going to be slightly more difficult. If you've got if it's equal to or lower, then the defender goes to the reserve. So your guy is out of the game.
Yeah.
But also the German patrol token goes back into the patrol bag.
Okay.
And the suspicion marker goes down because they think they've got whoever the problem is.
Right. We're not getting any help from the chat, unfortunately. So
if you chose a soldier, then the soldier could choose to fight the Germans.
Oh, right. Okay, yeah.
You would stop for this round, put the German patrol back in the bag, roll a 6-sided die to see whether you were able to. I think you end your movement, whatever happens. And if you don't beat the number, you end up in the infirmary. So you can't end your movement with another defender,
right?
But you can. And you can only carry 1 delivery token.
So if we were to use a soldier, what's the chance of succeeding?
Pretty good.
What are we rolling?
Oh, I mean at fighting.
Yeah.
You're rolling a single 6-sided die, and it's all about the level of the suspicion. So at the moment, you could probably...
That was sneaking. Is it the same for fighting?
It's the same for fighting if you've got a soldier.
Peter is saying, send a hunter to try and sneak past. That's what Peter is saying.
I think that would be a sensible thing to do.
Okay, well, we do have 1 hunter, and if you're saying that people are slowed down on the way back, except for hunters...
Yes.
So let's do that. So now remind me, the times 1... That means we get to do it.
You only need 1 guy in order to do
and
it.
he does it once.
You could put another. You could, if you wanted to, you could put a soldier in there as well, but they wouldn't be able to. So if you wanted to send out 2 to get 2 lots of supplies.
But do we have to do that at the same time?
Yeah, that's an option. So you can do this more than once. So you could put a hunter in there once and a soldier in there. Maybe come back to that and think about it. Because you've also got other stuff to do.
So that doesn't happen yet.
No,
we do the worker placement part
right.
first, and then we resolve them.
That's right. You do a kind of planning stage, and then you actually activate them.
Hence the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm happy with that.
So you can't do the fire artillery.
We can't fire the gun.
The gun is
broken.
You can repair the gun.
Okay.
By putting 2 people in here, not the officer.
So it requires 2 people. To remove 1
damage tile. Now, if you remove 1,
wow, okay,
that means that you've now got the gun can now fire, but only once per day.
Right. Okay.
If you removed all 3, the gun could fire twice in the single day, and get 2, which is good. Obviously, you get 2 outcomes instead of 1. But when you do fire the gun, there's a number on the board. Which tells you what you've got to beat with a D6, and if you don't beat that number, you end up flipping over the counter. It's jammed.
Okay.
And repairing again is an action which you can use to unjam.
Okay.
So
well, let's do some shoveling of snow. Now we've used our only hunter.
Yeah.
But we could use a farmer, and that goes on there.
Shoveling snow is going to be uncovering extra stuff.
Yeah.
which like medicines and radios and maps and field telephones.
But
and
each one of these moves that marker
1.
And when it goes to 0, that's when we get the next tile.
You turn over a tile, you reset it at 3.
Yeah.
Certain other events, if the weather marker moves up to the snow one, you move the snow marker that way, and you don't want the snow marker to go off the edge here, because if it does, you get a hit.
Okay.
Which is bad.
So you're saying we can do this multiple times?
Yeah.
But the times 1 means each one does it.
Yeah.
Oh no, it needs one of them to do it once.
And the other things we're going to want to be thinking about are repairing the gun, repairing the defensive positions, bolstering the defensive positions, maybe promoting a defender to become a soldier, or inspiring, using the officer to move.
Where's the morale marker?
Now, the morale track is here.
Okay.
And we'll be resolving this at the end. If you put the officer there, then that morale marker will go up 1.
Well, let's do that. I mean, we've got an officer.
The alternative with him is to go here.
Okay.
Because if you put the officer here, you can negotiate and you can push one of these markers down 1. If you get the doubt marker down to here, that is a permanent. Well, that improves the morale every turn. So that's.
Oh, so the green heart is morale. Is it? Oh, yeah,
green heart's morale. So those are alternative things that you can. So there's so many things to do. You'll never have enough workers to do all of them. It's a matter of. You pays your money. What do you want to do?
I'm thinking morale. I am still a bit confused by this times 2.
Right,
that means... Let me just check, because there's a times 2 here.
Yeah. Morale means that you've got to have
a value of 2.
It's got to be a value of 2.
Oh, and an officer is 2.
An officer is 2.
Right. But we could do it multiple times.
Yes. But if you wanted to do it again, you'd have to put 2 things of somebody else's.
That's
go
fine.
On boosting morale.
So we put 1 officer there. That officer gives 2 points, and that's what we need to do it. So that's going to move it up 1.
Yeah.
It's not going to move it up twice.
No.
It's going to move it up once. Right. Okay.
I would suggest we definitely want to be repairing, and
so this says times 2, which means we need to use 2 things to repair.
Yeah.
So those 2 things go on there. I'm going to put them side by side so people can see.
Might even want to do that twice, because you want to get this gun operating as soon as you can. You really do want this gun working. You can't fire it this turn because maintenance, doing all of this and repairing it, doesn't happen until after firing artillery would have been done. You also want to be clearing these defensive positions. Are they ready? Because it's not going to be very long before the Germans start coming up the board at you, and you want to be able to shoot them down.
So why in the promote do we have a black circle and a clear circle?
That's because you need to have the officer there with somebody else. The officer has got to be doing.
But it hasn't got the officer icon.
No, but
that's what it
does
means.
Need one officer, yeah. But also, it would be good to send somebody else out on a supply run. You do have the option of opening up another supply run, which is I've lost the space for it. But you can open up another supply run, and that means that you take the counters for it and you place them there, or there.
Okay.
That allows you to, when you get that token back, you remove a German patrol. That allows you to add miss tokens into the hit bag. That allows you to bolster morale and add soldiers. So everything's good. Supplies, you always want to have some supplies if you can, because it's not good if you've got 0 supplies in your cupboard. So yeah.
Well, we can't promote. It would take 2 counters to inspire, but if you're saying that we're probably best to do some more repairing, then I think I'll throw the soldier over there. So if we put one of those and one of those into repairing, and then another soldier out on another supply run.
Okay.
Does that sound about right? Okay. So we've done the worker placement part.
Okay. So then what you do is you move to now you can't fire artillery because it's not available.
Well,
so
that's step 2 anyway, isn't it?
Yeah. So now we go to the supply run.
Well, don't we do these in order?
I beg your pardon. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, so work through them. So defending the walls,
But there is nothing to do
there's
here.
no shooting to be done.
Open the supply route there.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
So that's what we could have done. So maybe we do that instead. Oh, but it requires 2.
Yeah. I think that's a better choice.
Okay. Well, it's either do another repair or open another supply route. I think open another supply route, which requires 2.
Okay.
Because then we're sending somebody else out and we can go to 2 different places. Is what I'm thinking.
Sending somewhere else where there aren't any Germans.
Any similarities with Nemo's War? Other than it's a solo game, that's it. As far as I know. It may look similar visually, but no, it's not. Very different game.
Okay. So if that's...
Yeah, so we're doing that.
So resolve that.
So
those 2 go into the tired box.
They are tired.
And now choose one of these to put the markers. It's either that or that.
So morale or soldiers.
Yeah. And what you'll find when you bring those back, there's a little table here to tell you what you get. So whenever you bring a disc back, whatever they're called delivery tokens. Mm-hmm. Whenever you bring a delivery token back to the castle, to the fortress, you'll get your morale will go up. Your defender will go into the tired area. Mm-hmm. Your morale will go up. You get 2 supplies. You get 2 supplies. No matter whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that cubes, 1 is actually plus 1 supply. Right.
That's right. So that's right. So it's 2 cubes go into there plus whatever it is that's there. So if it's a -1 with a German patrol symbol, you take somebody off, take one of them off the map and put them in the bag.
Yeah.
If it's a miss, you put a miss in the hit bag. If it's a green heart, you add 1 to morale.
Yeah.
If it's a soldier token, you take a soldier from the reserve. That's these, and put him in the ready area, which is good.
And we can choose, can we?
Yes.
So add delivery tokens to a new supply depot.
So choose one of these stacks. So choose one of these 4, and then put the stack of tokens like those 3.
Okay, so that can go there.
Yeah.
So there's 3 morale there. We can't mix and match.
That's right.
Okay. Right.
So we've done that. I've never actually looked that up, so I will just look it up.
Yeah, we'll just look that up. Again, if we're doing anything that's wrong, please let us know.
Whenever I get to something that I haven't previously looked up and I'm not confident of it, I will check it. So that's going to be a mobilization. Open a new supply route. Take an unused group of supply tokens. You can choose the morale bonus or the tokens that give you an extra soldier. You can't mix them. Yeah.
Can't mix them. Right. Okay. Got it. So there's 3 sources of morale.
So we've done
over there. We've done that.
Number 1, defend the walls. Now number 2, fire artillery. Can't do that. Now supply run. Move all supply runs. So they can go. They can go anywhere you like.
They go 1 to 5 because it's cloudy, not snowy.
Yep.
So I think we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 and stop, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Onto there.
Okay.
So
now the one who's encountered a German patrol,
you've
got an option to you can stop and leave it there, and if you did, you'd reduce the suspicion marker by 1 to 0.
Yeah.
Or you can attempt to sneak
past. What's the chance of me rolling a 1?
Oh, you won't roll a 1.
Is that what I need? So I need to roll more than the suspicion level.
If the result is equal, yes, it needs to be higher. So
it's
got to be. You're looking for a.
There you go. Roll the 6.
Easy. Yeah, no problem this game.
But what happens next? Does suspicion go up?
He keeps going. If the result is continue your movement, increase the suspicion marker by 1 level.
So he spends the rest of his movement points.
Yeah.
Which is what? Okay.
So coming back next turn is going to be a little bit slightly fruitier because you're going to have to roll better than a 2.
Right. Unless we can get rid of it somehow. Okay. So that's supply runs done.
Yeah. So that's the supply run. Now you move on to maintenance. So work your way down there. Shovel snow.
Shovel snow. So we've got 1 farmer shoveling snow. So this farmer becomes tired. and some snow has been shoveled.
Yep.
Next, we got these 2 soldiers repairing. So we can either remove one of these counters
or one of these,
or one of those.
and they go in the hit bag.
Oh, okay.
Because when the Germans start hitting us, and we draw a tile out of there,
Yep.
they can do damage to our positions.
Right.
Okay.
And
so
then we have this officer who is inspiring, so that goes up to there.
Okay. They're all tired.
It's hard work shouting at people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Infirmary. Oh, there was an action here.
Oh yeah, we could. That's right. You could have. Sorry, you could have done that.
Yeah,
That
and if it was a medic would have provided 2 points worth of
would have
that.
done it twice. So the guy in the medic, we've the next thing we do is the infirmary.
Move all patients in the waiting area down 1 level. We don't have any.
Yeah, and anybody in a
All patients
bed
in the
goes
waiting
up
level.
1 level. And that's so. Next is morale.
Yeah.
So we've done all the actions. We now do morale, which is done every day, regardless of which phase we're in.
Yeah.
Have we got? Is it a red day? No, it isn't. You can tell if it's a red day.
Well,
because,
we got the doubt marker first.
Oh yeah.
So if we were down here,
Yeah.
morale would go up.
That's right.
We're not. Right.
So is it a red day? No. 6, 9, 10, 11 are red days.
Okay.
Are we out of supplies?
Nope.
This is why you've always got to make sure you've got at least 1, because otherwise you're going to be getting a -1 morale. Have we got any defenders in the waiting area? In other words, has our infirmary overflowed?
No.
Have we got anybody in the morgue?
Nope.
No. Have we got any enemies in the red sectors? That's for later on. So no. So we are there. So draw 2 high morale cards and resolve 1.
Okay.
There you go.
Which button was it? It was that button. I think it was that button. Right, so these are the 2 cards that we've drawn, and we're resolving 1 of them.
And you can see that depends on which phase of the game you're in. We're in mobilization or first attack, and these are good.
Well, I like the idea of a free repair.
That's very good.
I mean, I get the idea of looking at the top card of any event deck once you know the game. Might be useful. But
knowing what's going to happen next.
I think this one.
Okay.
Repair 1 damage tile.
So the way this works is if you choose that, so choose a damage tile that you want to remove.
So can we? So
Yes.
that's not a damage tile, is it?
No.
That's a damage tile.
That the one with a little crack in it.
Yeah. Well, let's remove that one.
Okay.
And is that going in the hit?
It goes in the hit bag.
That goes in the hit bag. Okay.
That goes in a discard pile.
What happens to that?
That gets shuffled back into the deck.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. And we did that because morale is high.
Yeah, and then
Because we sent the officer to shout at people.
and then we reset it.
Oh.
0.
So even if it was at +3,
Yeah.
it would go back to 0.
Yeah.
Wow.
You reset it at the end of each day.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Step C, surrender. Game over.
Yeah.
Oh, that's this track here.
That's right.
So if there were 3 or more defenders in the morgue, no. 4 or more defenders in the waiting area, no. 6 somethings
6 of these
Howitzers.
guns. Yeah, the 6 guns
on the map. And they're not our guns, that's German guns, I guess.
That's right.
Yeah. Or we lose the game immediately if we are in a siege and there are fewer than the required number of healthy defenders.
Yeah. So we haven't got to that stage yet.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Then check the turn track for
Check the turn track.
patrols,
for...
coup, retreat, last stand.
Right.
So we did patrol. So we
Coup, retreat, and last stand at the end of the 3rd, 6th, and 11th. So we had 2.
take 2 of these.
Yeah.
Go on, that's your job.
Okay.
I'm going to close the window because it's a bit cooler now. Pity it's not snowing today. Would have been quite thematic.
Well, if you turn over the wrong event card, that might well happen.
Right.
Okay, so there's two patrol tokens, and the
9.
number on the back tells you where they go.
So that's a 6.
9, no, 6,
And a 3.
and a 3. Ah. Okay.
Are there 2 of each in here?
I think there are 12, so that
Yeah,
makes sense.
2
yeah.
of each.
Yeah,
Okay.
it would be.
Right. Done. Round 2.
There we go. Look, we're still alive.
Here we are.
Everything's looking rosy.
Celebrate.
Just a couple of Germans down the bottom. That's not
Yeah,
really a problem, is it? So, move the turn marker onto turn 2, which you have, and draw another card.
We're still in the mobilisation.
We are still
stage.
in mobilisation.
So the card is.
Oh,
It's the sun has come out. So yeah, it's got sunny, but 2 defenders have been injured. One of our trucks drove off the road and crashed.
Oh, I knew we shouldn't have let Olaf drive.
Yeah, and then we're doing the whole the bag thing. Yeah. So that gets discarded. It is sunny. Now that's meaning we can move further, which is good because it means that one's going to get home. Except
he's going to have
there's a German soldier in the way. Yeah. Okay, so we've done that. We need to injure 2 defenders.
That's done according to the.
So it's a hunter, but and this is from here. Is that right?
Good question.
Oh, is this the question that you asked him?
I haven't had to do this before.
But didn't you ask a question to the designer earlier this week, and he said it's not in the rule book, but this is the order that you should do them in?
I did ask a question. I don't think it was specific.
I thought that was the answer. Let me just pull up the chat that we had with him.
If you're instructed to injure an unspecified defender,
yes,
consult the event card.
Yes.
It shows the chart of defender types. Take a defender matching the topmost type from the tired area or the ready area if the tired area is empty on the main board. If there are no matching defenders, check the next colour of defenders.
So it's in the rule card.
Yeah.
So there are no hunters in there or there.
They've got to be there.
So it's soldiers. So it's this one. This one gets injured.
Okay, roll the die. Put him in the infirmary. That's better.
Okay. And then it's another one. So 2 soldiers were out in a truck.
And they went over.
Having a joyride.
And now that's not good news because it means that our infirmary is now full.
All the beds are full.
Anybody else who comes in here is going to go in the waiting area. And at the end of the day, everybody's going to get better except for him. He's going to get worse.
Yeah.
And if it ends up in the morgue, that's...
But he's going to presumably...
Yeah.
Get better and go off.
He is.
Okay. Right. So we've done the event and now we do the bag. So we need another doubt in here.
Yep. That goes in.
Okay. And then we draw...
And now you do the push your luck thing.
Okay. So the first one is... Soldier. Okay. And I'm going to go again. It's another soldier. I think I'm going to go with one more.
Oh, very good, very good. So those go in the ready area now. Once you decided to stop.
Okay.
Now. Okay. You have 1 supply token.
Which could recover these 4 people.
Yes.
Let's do it. We will get some supplies by the end. If not.
Admire your confidence.
So 1 supply is worth 4 because of that.
Yep.
So that gets 4 people back.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we move on to the...
worker placement.
Yeah. So we've done that was the morning phase, by the way, moving them up from tiredness to readiness and so on. Now we do the day phase, which is place your workers. Okay.
So now the gun is working now.
That's right.
So can we use that artillery to fire at these?
We can. Now we've got a choice. You don't have to fire at them. You could fire at Vern's airfield.
Where's that then? That's over there, is it?
That's
it's there,
here.
Vern's airfield.
Yeah.
Right.
On the other side of the valley. Now, if you fire there, you can choose to improve your morale. The troops like it when they see the Germans getting shot at. You can move the surrender marker down one. I hadn't seen that. Wow. Or you can remove an air tile stack out of the game. Or you can add 2 miss tiles into the hit bag.
Okay, so we can use our artillery to basically attack the airfield.
The hit bag hasn't got very much stuff in it. It starts off with 1 artillery gun token and a miss. But we've added that. So there are now 3 tokens in this bag.
Okay.
And when we get hit, we're going to be drawing from this bag. So you can see that adding a miss token is really quite a big deal.
Yeah.
So that's an option.
So we've got
or
infantry sector.
or
We
if you
can't do
just
that.
choose to shoot at the patrols, they just
So it says hit 1 artillery or German patrol per revealed symbol. So we've got a revealed symbol, so we can basically get rid of one of those patrols.
basically that's the choice. If you put two people in
It's
there,
2 people that can't be farmers, can't be hunters, can't be medics.
so really they're going to need to be
Soldiers
or the officer.
Yeah.
If they go in there and if they fire at the airfield, they get that, or if they fire at those patrols, they're just going to knock them out.
So here's the thing. If we attack the airfield and we choose that option,
Yeah.
we move the surrender marker down to there.
Yeah.
If then on day 3 we do that again and we move the surrender marker to there, do we win?
No.
Right. Because it says German retreat.
That's when that's at the point at which the
So if it was there at the end of the game, we would win.
that's right.
Right. Can say otherwise. I think we might have broken the game.
I don't think you get to do that. I'll just check though.
Mm-hmm.
So right at the end of the day, you'll look to see if any of the surrender requirements have been met. So that's these.
Yeah.
Moving the surrender marker accordingly. If it ever reaches the if it
Top,
ever reaches
you lose.
you lose instantly. If it's the siege stage and you have not enough healthy defenders than the required number indicated, you lose the game immediately, and that's it. So, yeah, you don't get to win before the end. You've got to still be there.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah. Okay.
So in
where were
terms
we?
of efficiency of actions, it makes sense to fully repair this before firing it. Because if we fire it now, we get 1 hit. If we fire it there, we get 2 hits. So there's that.
But if you fire it right now, you could make a big difference to
We
what's
could.
going on over there.
Now what's this? This is fire at the Germans. This is something different.
This is firing at the Germans who are advancing up towards you, and that doesn't
Which has
start
not
happening-
happened yet
Doesn't start happening until day 4.
Okay.
So you definitely do want to be doing that, and also you want to be bolstering your defences. You want to be doing that,
Yeah,
but it's not in an immediate priority.
Okay.
So repairing those is good, but if you can get somebody on that gun now,
It's just going to take 2 people.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, these are the decisions that you have to make.
I mean, I quite liked that morale card that we got.
Okay.
So I'd be tempted to put that there to do a bit more inspiring. Let's work out what we can do. That hunter's going to come back hopefully with some supplies.
Yeah.
That soldier's hopefully going to come back
With some more supplies
with some more supplies.
and with a morale token.
Yeah. We're going to have loads of supplies, so I think we're okay with that. Probably do want to do some more shoveling of snow. I think if we send these 2 farmers out to do that, that will get us a tile because it'll move it 2 spaces to the left.
No, it's only one. It's only one space to the left.
Yeah, for each one.
Oh yes, of course. Yes.
So 2 farmers go out and shovel some snow.
Yep.
So yeah, so I think do a repair. We could do some healing. Or bolstering. Or more repairing.
There's
There's so much, isn't there? There's options. I mean, there has to be options, otherwise
you can't do everything.
no.
I mean, you could send out another soldier to do another supply run, because those supplies are going to run out. Because every time you use a supply cube to bring defenders and make them ready.
Yeah, but I'm hoping we're going to have, at the end of this round, we're going to have like 5 supplies. Peter's saying, gun to shoot at the German marker in the right-hand column. Yeah. But my thinking is that's a soldier. So that soldier could possibly kill that patrol. This one's going to sneak past. That one could kill it. Although the suspicion's going up, which means it's getting harder each time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I made some decisions at this point, and I ended up losing.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Decision made. Final answer. Right. So, defend the walls. Nothing happens here.
Yeah, we haven't opened new supply route or...
Firing artillery, nothing's happening there. Supply run. We're not sending a new one out, but we are moving those back.
Okay, so let's find out what happens there. So, move them. You decide which one.
So it's got 6 movement points.
Each one.
-1 if they're carrying a delivery token, but not the hunters. So this has got 6 movement points. It's going to try coming back.
Okay.
And it's going to try and sneak past.
Okay, so roll the 6-sided die. You're looking for a 3.
Got 5.
Yes, easy.
So that goes up. He sneaks past and he gets to here. Now he has 1 movement point left, but I think when he gets here, he's just tired.
So we resolve that after all movement is complete. So yeah, just
put
it in there.
Right.
Okay.
So the soldier comes back.
Oh, and by the way, if you fail the suspicion roll, I should have said this before. If you fail a suspicion roll, the delivery token is out of the
I
gate.
would assume so. Right, so the soldier goes here. Now he could try and sneak past.
Is he feeling a bit combative?
But there's no point sneaking past, because if it's exactly the same die roll, he might as well try and fight.
So you do a suspicion check, and if you make the suspicion roll, did we result? Yeah, the previous one it went up, didn't it?
It went up.
So now we're looking for a 4. Okay, so we've got 50-50 chance. If it's higher, you end your movement and increase the suspicion marker.
Yeah, but you remove the patrol.
Oh, the first thing you do is end the movement for this round. Put the patrol token back in the patrol bag.
Yeah.
Then, if you make the roll, you end your movement, increase the suspicion by 1. If you fail the roll, the defender is injured. But you reduce the suspicion marker by 2 levels. But whichever way, whatever happens, you get rid of the patrol marker. So him being injured, losing the supply token.
I think he's going to try and fight. Whereas if he sneaks past and he succeeds, he carries on moving.
Yeah.
No, I think we're going to have a shot.
You're gonna fight.
Yeah. So 4 or more. 1.
Right. Patrol marker goes back in the bag.
So he did actually kill the German patrol,
he did.
Get rid of it, but in the process,
he got shot himself.
So is he injured or is he gone?
He goes into the infirmary. He's injured,
and he loses the.
That goes out the game.
That's gone out of the game.
Yeah.
And we roll to see how badly wounded he is.
We do.
It's a 4. But there's no room, so that will go down as the rest of them go up. But then presumably he can transfer from there to there.
Yeah, if there's when a bed becomes available. Okay. So now we resolve
this,
that one,
and we get 3 supplies.
Yep.
That's gone, and he's tied.
Yeah.
A lot of it seems fairly intuitive, assuming we're playing it correctly.
Yeah. Oh, I think we are.
Yeah.
I did make a mistake when I was playing it the other day, but that was about setting up the recruit bag.
Okay.
I put the wrong tokens in, but everything else I did. I think I did it right.
Right. So now we go to maintenance.
Yep.
So we are shoveling snow twice.
Okay.
So that moves from there to there. It goes back to 3.
Resets to 3.
And we have found gun number 2.
That goes there.
Now, is it already damaged?
It sets up the same way. This was the question that Petter answered for me. Do we set up gun 2 the same way that we set up gun 1? And the answer was yes, because it doesn't explicitly tell you. So you just.
So can I ask a historical question?
Yeah.
Because you might know the answer to this because you've been reading the book.
Okay.
Why are there guns here that are damaged? What were these guns for? You were saying something about a potential war with Sweden.
Oh yeah, I never realised this, but Norway and Sweden used to be politically unified. They were one country up until the beginnings, early in the 19th century.
Norden. Sweet way.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Something I don't know.
Okay.
But then things kind of they ended up dividing, as we know, because they're now separate countries. But at one point during that negotiation process, it came close to military action between the two. And so this fortress was actually built about 20 years before World War II.
Right.
In order to
fight off a
potentially
Swedish.
defend against the Swedish.
Right. Okay. So that's what these guns were for.
That's right. So they were there, and of course they all got buried in snow. It was abandoned when kind of peace broke out between Norway and Sweden. They didn't need to kind of man it anymore, and so it just fell into disrepair. And that's why it all starts off kind of broken and falling down.
Right. So these are guns from 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Got
it. They still fire, but we've got to kind of clean them up and polish them and get them working.
Okay. Fascinating.
Peter's telling us something about this.
The area that became Norway was under Swedish control prior to independence. Ah, right. So it was Sweden.
Yeah.
It was all Sweden. Right. Okay. Anyway, so we've done that. Repair.
Would they still have how many entrants would they have had in the Eurovision Song Contest?
It's a good question. Now, if we repair that, that means that whenever we fire, we actually get 2 hits. All right.
The for each artillery gun in play, the effectiveness of each action depends on the number of target symbols that are revealed on the gun you are using.
Awesome. That's going in the hit bag.
Do you have to place?
Can we do that?
2 for each gun? Oh, now this is a question because I never got as far as having an active second gun.
Oh, it says choose one of these per gun. So I think from the way this is written is you choose the action, and then for each gun you get a bonus.
Well, I mean, it should be said the game is hard enough anyway.
Yeah.
So if you've actually got 2 soldiers who are able to operate 2 guns at the same time.
Yeah, they do one and then they run to the other.
Yeah. I don't see. It doesn't say you can't. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll put that in the hit bag.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the repair.
Yeah.
Done. These spaces are a bit small. So bolster. So this says add a mistile or defense up by 1. And you were saying we're going to need to up this defense.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put it to there. Peter is saying, I suspect you'd need 4 crewmen to operate both guns. Yeah, that's the question we have. If anybody else knows the answer to it.
It may be in here.
We're just having a look through the rule book. Meanwhile, I'll do the rest of this stuff.
Well, it gives you a generic rule, which is you can resolve the same action multiple times by placing enough defenders in the action space.
Yeah.
But when it comes to artillery, it says the effectiveness of each action depends on the number of target symbols revealed on the gun you are using.
Oh, on the gun you are using.
That's the only thing I think we've got to go on.
Why do you need 2 guns?
Well, if you could get both guns in action, they are very powerful. They're very effective.
But
I mean, they just sweep the enemy away.
It says you can do this multiple times.
Yes.
So what's the point of having 2 guns? If you can use 2 soldiers to fire that gun, and then another 2 soldiers to fire the same gun.
No, it would be 2 soldiers for that gun and 2 soldiers again for the other gun.
Yeah.
But if you
thematically, yes.
But if you're
all
there,
of the other actions allow you to do it multiple times.
So if you've got that.
Yeah.
And you've got 4 soldiers in here, then the first gun fires and it does 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
The second gun fires and the second gun does 1.
Yeah, thematically, but I don't know what it says in the rules. I'll have a look.
That's what the rules say about that.
Oh, okay.
That bit I'm very confident of.
Right.
It's just whether you need an extra pair of soldiers, and it seems as though you probably do.
Yeah. So there was no point repairing that. Because we don't have 4 soldiers.
Yeah. it's going to be a while before we're probably not going to get there.
Right.
So gun 2. I mean,
So we'll do that instead.
Yeah.
Right. When somebody is fully healed from the hospital, where do they go?
They go to the tired.
Okay.
Well, that happened last turn, did it? Okay.
I've just done that now. I've just gone through this, done that, and we're now here.
Okay.
So I think we're okay. I don't think there's any of that.
We have got.
We have got this.
Now he can go straight across.
Yes, he can go there now.
Did you move the others up?
I did. Yeah.
Okay. He now goes. Oh, did you move him down?
I did. Yeah.
Okay, so he goes across to there. So he's not going to go down anymore because he's got a bed.
And then we're drawing 2 high morale cards again.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Ian Burke says, don't guns potentially become damaged through use?
Yeah.
We've not seen
We
that
haven't
yet.
fired them yet.
Yeah. Watch this space. Right. Okay. So these are our 2 cards. And we are still in the mobilization, so we're still in the top one. So it's either we add a miss to the hit bag, or we get two defenders from the tired area to the ready area. That might cut down on the number of supplies that we need to use, but actually, I'm thinking this one.
Okay.
I think let's add a miss to the hit bag.
So from the reserve, we
Yeah.
put that token in there.
That's gone out of the game.
That goes onto the discard
That
pile.
gets
That
shuffled
gets shuffled back in.
That goes back to 0. There's not that. There's not that. There's not that. There's not that. There's no patrols. And then we move the turn marker.
Yeah. There it is.
Right. Day 3.
Now, at the end of day 3, that's going to flip, and the Germans are going to start attacking us. So we want to think about maybe putting people. Do we need to bolster our defences? Do we need to repair our positions there?
And this is the defences of the wall, the actual walls here.
So beginning of day 3. Beginning of day 3, what do? We draw a card.
We do.
Event phase.
And the survey says, right, cloudy. Why would we even try to resist the powerful Wehrmacht? Bad German pronunciation. That's the tanks, isn't it?
What?
I think it's the tank division.
No, the Wehrmacht is just the army.
It's just the army, is it? Okay, right. So we lose a morale.
That goes down 1.
And we must move the fear and doubt markers 1 level up.
And the weather becomes cloudy.
It's cloudy. So fear goes up to 4, doubt goes up. Oh, he's still 1.
And that's the number of doubt.
No injuries.
No.
But 1 doubt goes in. Okay, so now our bag is actually looking...
I mean, I don't see there's any reason why you shouldn't be allowed to tip them out and look at them.
No. But I know that there's now 4 doubt in there.
Yeah.
We haven't found any medics yet. Soldier. We got loads of soldiers. Need a medic. Come on, medic. Farmer. Yeah.
It's about 50% chance, isn't it? 1 in 3.
I'm going to go for another one.
Oh, whenever you get a volunteer, you get a supply token comes with him.
Oh,
we didn't get one.
We didn't get one of those. Where's that printed?
It's here.
Is that not printed on the...
Don't see it on the board or on the...
Now, I'm pretty sure... What were we supposed to start with? How many farmers should we have started with?
So there are 11 minus...
Oh, they're called volunteers, not
volunteers. 11 minus 3, which go into the which go here.
Yeah, so there's 8 there, 2 in the ready area. So we started with 2 in the ready area. We've actually drawn...
So have we drawn 2 more?
2 more, so we're owed 2 supplies.
We are.
Okay, so correction, apologies, we missed that, but whenever you draw one of these volunteers, or whenever you recruit one of these...
Whenever you place one in the ready area.
You get a supply. Right, okay, good to know. I'm going to go for a third one.
Wow.
I'm going to stop there. Still no medics. But that is another supply.
This is about as well as we could be doing, I think.
But now it's time to spend 2 supplies to get 8 back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And the remaining one goes into the resting area for free.
Oh, and it says there's a maximum of 2 in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, this space is definitely not big enough. Oops.
Still no medic.
Still no medics. They're all hiding. Okay.
Okay, well, options.
Yeah, so unfortunately the firing artillery comes before the repair. But
Adam is saying...
What's Adam saying?
He's saying that having 2 artillery guns means you can use 2 soldiers to fire them both.
Let's have a look. Let's see what it says.
Yeah.
Yeah. The fire artillery action is used to combat the German forces and may only be resolved once per turn. So this can only be resolved once per turn.
Okay.
Not multiple times.
But for each
gun in play, choose one of the 3 actions. The effectiveness of the action depends on how many things you see. So, change of plan. We had the wrong thing anyway. That should have been gun 2. Right. So, last turn we repaired that, which means if we do that action, we get to fire this gun with an effectiveness of 1 and this gun with an effectiveness of 1.
Okay.
But there isn't a ×1 on here, which there should be, because it does say it can only be resolved once per turn.
True.
Right. Okay. There we go. So, thank you, Adam. So let's do it.
It's got to be done.
So it can't be volunteers, it can't be hunters, it can't be medics. So a couple of soldiers.
That just leaves officers and soldiers.
Right. Soldiers in there. They're going to fire those 2 guns. The officer's going to go down here and keep inspiring morale, because that... Has it gone down 1? Oh, it did, didn't it? Yeah, so we definitely need that to bring it back up. Now, in terms of all of these... well, we probably want to send somebody out. This one to get some stuff from there.
And don't underestimate
Maybe
the importance
another one?
of supplies. Yeah, since we've got hunters,
Yeah.
and they are so good. Although it's going to get a bit more difficult for them to be sneaking.
That's true. So 2 volunteers.
There is a way of reducing. So if your supply defenders, yeah. So if you stop the movement on their space,
Yeah.
the suspicion goes down by 1.
Yes, you just end your turn and you basically spend time chatting with them and saying everything's all right.
And if you try and sneak and you fail, the defender goes to the reserve, you lose, and the German patrol goes away, but you also reduce the suspicion by 2.
Mm-hmm.
So fighting, we should have reduced... Did we reduce the suspicion by 2 levels when we lost the fight?
No, we didn't.
We should have done. Which might make a difference.
That does. What's the fear for?
Fear, that's you're going to find out any moment.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the round, we do this thing called coup.
Mm-hmm.
That is the number of discs. Now, this is a point where you might want to maybe think about that. The number of discs that get taken out of the recruit bag. So remember what the number of good guys were left in the bag. We're going to lose 4 of them out of the bag, out of the game.
Because they're scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
BGG clarification from the designer: 2 soldiers only. You get to fire both guns.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Peter. Yeah, that's what the rule book says. So.
Okay.
We're probably going to get all of our medics running off.
Probably,
I think I'm okay with that. I think it's more important to get this
one
out
of
of
them was a midwife, apparently, in real life.
Okay.
Found herself repairing damaged soldiers.
Yeah, I think it's more important to use the officer here to get the morale back to 0 so that we don't get the low morale cards.
Yeah.
Not that we've seen one of those. So, I think that was a good thing to find.
Yeah. So the options are open up a new supply route, which is going to disappear as an option when this board flips.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
So this is our last chance to do that.
Yeah, if we're going to do it, now's the time. But probably we're going to be a bit busy shooting because we're going to be needing to put people on the walls to shoot at the Germans who are going to be coming up the side at us any moment. But bolstering is going to be good because that means we lose fewer of our guys here when they shoot us. Repairing is still good.
Well, I'm happy with this.
Yeah,
until something jams.
These would be good to do.
Right.
Because it gives us more of our defenders effective on the walls. And 3 soldiers left. You could put one in here. You could do a bit of infirmarizing. Or we could... What else can we do with him? He could be shoveling snow. That's... I mean, is that a priority at this moment?
Well, you're saying we could bolster... We can do these multiple times.
Yes.
And we can do the repair multiple times.
Yes.
We could even do the inspire multiple times.
Yeah.
So we could use 2 soldiers to inspire and get from 0 back to the +1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm considering opening up a new supply route because, as you said, this is our last chance to do that.
And we've got these guys. We've got 2 hunters in our team.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Let's do that.
Okay.
And let's do that.
Okay. So, boats.
No, let's not do that. Let's do that.
What have we done? We've done the weather phase, haven't we? We've done the event phase.
We did.
We've done all of that. So now we go to
this
from the morning phase to that. Yeah.
So we're adding
day phase.
What do we want? What are these? Are these soldiers?
Yes. That's just.
Oh, but that space is occupied. I think these missed tokens. Pop them there.
Yeah, well, these ones are when you get one of these back home, you get the 2 supplies plus you get another soldier.
He's gone off and recruited somebody,
and arrives in the ready area.
Right.
So that is a good thing to do. But okay, yeah, those are good. Okay.
Okay, so that's that done.
Yeah.
Firing artillery. Right, off we go. So
right. This is where
gun number 1.
This is where it happens.
We choose to either hit an infantry sector, but that doesn't apply yet because we're not at that part of the game. The map row, which is this, where we can hit either an artillery or a patrol, or we can resolve one option on here.
Yes, and you're going to be rolling when you fire, depending on the target you choose. You're going to be looking at making a die roll to see if the weapon jams. If it jams, if you get that negative, if you don't make that roll, you're going to flip the token over. So it's now jammed, but it can be unjammed by doing a repair.
So if we fire it at the airfield, we need to roll a 6 to avoid it jamming?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to have lots of jammed guns.
And we're going to be unjamming them by doing that.
Immediately, yeah. I don't know, what do you think?
Well, firing it.
I think firing that one
would allow these guys to have a clear run.
I mean, we've got clear runs to those 2.
True.
But
but don't underestimate the value of supply.
Yeah.
And then the other one, have a pop at the airfield.
Well, we'll do the first one first. We're going to go for that. So that removes it.
Yeah.
back in the patrol bag.
Yeah.
And we now see if it jams. Resolve jam check.
Other condiments are available.
What have I rolled? I rolled a 5, so we're all right. No jam.
Good shot.
But this one is going for the airfield. And which one do we go for?
Wow.
I don't know what those air tile stacks do. But
That's going to be for a late. The next when those are going to start going in the hit bag, and you can see what's on them.
Yeah.
When you draw one, you're going to be losing supplies. You're going to be injuring defenders.
And were they randomly placed? Because I noticed they are different.
No, they are in that order.
Right. So specific ones are in specific.
That's right. The setup instructions instruct you to set them up in that way.
Right.
So yeah, getting rid of them.
Yeah, I think remove one of those stacks. See what happens. Again, it's a learning game for me.
Moving the surrender token down potentially gives you a whole extra turn before you lose. So that's potentially quite good as well. But
yeah, I think choose that option.
Yeah.
So we remove that stack
out of the game.
Out of the game. And then we roll to see if the gun jumps, which it does. So we flip that over.
Yeah.
Whoops. Gun has now jammed. Right. Get that second gun up and running greatly increases your win chances. Yes. Yeah, it does seem good. Okay, so that was that. Those two are now fired.
Yeah.
We now go to the supply run. So I think send this one. They can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now, but you could actually send both of them to the same area because I think they're not allowed to coexist, but I think they are allowed to coexist on the. I'll just check that.
You check that, but I'm thinking of going.
Yes, they could.
I'm thinking of going here.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So we've done that.
So the repair.
Yep.
Is actually going to now repair that.
Yep.
The bolster is going to move that up to there.
Yep.
And then the Inspire is going to move that to there.
Yep.
And then this is going to treat that patient. I assume it's just one space.
When a patient is treated, move the defender's disc up one.
Yeah.
Up the column.
Okay.
Yeah.
Done. Ian says he's just got this in the mail today. Get it out, Ian. Start playing. Follow along. Let us know how you do. So we've done that. So now we go to morale.
Yeah.
Nope. It's not a red day. It's not a red day. No. Are we out of supplies? No. There's no defenders in the waiting area. There's nobody in the morgue. There's nobody in red sectors. Morale is 0. No surrender check. 2 more patrols arrive. And that is the end of the mobilisation phase of the game. So we have a 4 and a 2.
Okay, happy with that.
Right. Day 4. It now says...
Not quite.
Oh, no, because there's the coup.
There's the coup.
Which is... draw X discs from the recruit bag. Let's just zoom in on this bit so you see what we're saying. This is the thing that we do at the end of day 3. So yeah, draw X discs from the recruit bag and place them in the reserve, where X is where the fear marker is, which is 4. Redraw any doubt discs. So we lose 4 people.
Yeah.
There you go. No doubt.
Doubtless.
So that's what we lose. So they are so scared, they run off.
I think we've lost the midwife.
Yeah. So they've gone. Move the supply marker 1 step to the right.
It's our midwife crisis.
So that's this. So supplies are now only worth 3.
Right.
I don't quite know what that means. -1 morale equals 2.
Right. When you were putting defenders from the tired section into the ready section, you were doing that by spending supply tokens.
Right.
You can also do it by spending morale.
By shouting at them louder.
You can
say,
bawl at them and get them out of bed and up fighting when they haven't had
But Dad, I don't want to go to work.
That would cost you 2 morale if you did that.
2 morale. But 1 morale for 2 people.
1 morale for 2 people, yes.
Okay. Place one defender on each defensive position not covered by a damaged tile. Take these defenders from the tired, rest, or ready areas. If you placed 3 or 4 soldiers, you receive +1. Right, well, we've only got 2. So we can only place 2.
3 or 4 soldiers.
Oh, it does say soldiers, so we can put any defenders there. But if we put 3 or 4 soldiers, we would have got bonus morale. Never mind.
Yeah.
Let's put 1 soldier and a volunteer.
Can I suggest the other way round?
1 volunteer and a soldier?
Because remember when people were getting injured, you were doing it on that chart.
Yeah.
When people get injured as a result of enemy action here, they start on the left and you work across.
Okay.
And I don't want to be unkind to the villagers, but the soldiers are probably more important.
Okay. And now we flip the mobilisation, so we don't need this anymore.
We get rid of those.
Those are gone. And we're going to flip this board over. And we're now into the first attack part of the game, where we have some extra rules. And this is round 4. And then at the end, sorry, day 4. And then at the end of day 6, this happens. The Germans retreat a bit. So they do their first attack for a few days. And then they're going to retreat.
And then they're back.
Yeah.
They didn't retreat very far.
So how does this work? What's going to happen now?
Right. Add German patrol tokens.
Don't add in patrol tokens.
We've done
we did at the end of day 3.
Right, we've moved everything on. So right now we're on to day 4. So day 4, we're now into first attack. And so as before, first thing you do, draw a card.
Yeah.
This time from the first attack.
Did you want to explain this a little bit before we?
So these are this represents how kind of close the enemy has got. They're advancing up towards us in our fortress. This is sector 1, and this is sector 2, and this is a red sector. Remember at the end. Remember it was asking us when we were checking morale at the end of the day.
Red sectors.
How many? How many enemies were in red sectors?
So for each enemy in here, we're going to lose a morale.
Yeah, so it's quite a good idea to keep them out of there.
Mm-hmm.
And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be arriving in there. The card will tell you how many arrive.
Okay.
And they arrive in here. They then each roll a die, and then depending on what their die roll is, they're either moving up or they are or they're going to hit.
Okay, well, let's have a look at the card for today.
Okay, well that's good for us, I think.
So first of all, it's sunny.
Yep.
So the sun's come out. Some of our surrounding supply depots were discovered. So we remove 1 delivery token from each of the leftmost 2 open supply depots.
That's that one and this one.
Yeah.
We lose those 2.
So that one goes.
And that one goes.
And that one goes. Okay, so they've gone. Right. Now we have the draw from the bag thing, so we're not putting any doubt in. We're just drawing from the bag.
Yep.
But now we've got this ×4.
Yeah.
So that means 4 soldiers are going to appear here. Is that right?
Yes.
And they look a bit like Space Invaders.
It's a bit. It's yeah. It is a bit like that.
Eh.
So now before you put those on, do the drawing from the bag thing.
Do the drawing from the bag thing, which is the recruit bag. Now, that's just a quick reminder of what's in here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one I'm drawing out is doubt. So what does that mean?
Keep going. The
Keep
next
going.
one.
Yeah.
We get
Doubt.
keep going. Yeah. Keep going.
Doubt. Keep going.
Yeah. Keep going.
Medic.
Right.
So we keep the medic.
We keep the medic. The
Okay.
doubt markers go back in the bag.
So that's not too bad then, is it?
Well, we've been doing pretty well up until now.
We have.
To be fair with.
But based on the fact that half of them have just run away because they're scared.
Yeah.
Okay, now these 4 arrive.
And they go on sector 1.
Sector 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, perform an infantry attack.
Oh.
So we do this infantry attack now. And the infantry attack.
We do it
consists
now?
of, yeah. If there are any defenders in the defensive positions, go to step B. Well, we have got.
Is that
defenders.
Is that not here? Don't we do the other stuff first?
No. This is that because each phase is different. So we've moved on from mobilisation to first attack, and the first attack phase consists of when you turn the card over, you do the actions on the card, but then the Germans go first. They then now do their attack. So it says so. So you do the weather card, the event card, recruit bag, German meeples, infantry attack.
Form an infantry attack on the first attack board. Okay, right.
So and then once you've done that, you continue to the morning phase as before.
Right. So what are we doing?
Infantry attack. If there were no defenders there, they would just all advance. But there are, so they've got to roll their dice. So roll a 6-sided die for each unsuppressed meeple. They're all unsuppressed. If they were suppressed, they'd be lying down. That's if we've shot at them, but we haven't hit them. So they're not suppressed, so they're standing up.
So I'm gonna have them like that if they're standing up, and like that if they're suppressed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So roll a 6-sided die for each one, and you can roll them all at once because they're all in the same.
And
place.
we're rolling because we've got people here.
Yeah.
Oh, it says here. Roll 1 die per defender. Yeah, my confusion is.
No, that's when we're firing at them. We're not doing that yet.
We're not doing that.
No, they're assaulting us.
Oh, is that them attacking us?
This is them
It's
attacking.
them attacking
They
us.
go first. Yeah.
Right. Okay. But is this printed on the board somewhere?
Yeah, because you'll be doing whatever the die roll is.
Right. I've rolled a 1, a 2, a 5, and a 6.
Okay. Well, the 5 and the 6, put them in there, and the 1 and the 2 don't. They stay where they are because they're not 3s or 4s.
Okay.
So they would have hit, but because we've bolstered our defences, that defence factor of 2 means that we ignore the first 2 hits.
Woohoo!
So that's why you need to do that.
Right.
Because otherwise, these guys would have been going to the infirmary.
Right. Okay.
Yep. So that's.
So if we only had 1 defence, so are those defences, they stay there? They've not gone?
They could be diminished. There are effects in the game which can diminish them.
But every time we take attacks from infantry, 2 of the damage is prevented.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then they move.
So here, ignore 1 hit per defense level. Yeah. Injure 1 defender per hit. Yeah. Move up to the next sector, but none of them were moving. And then there's charge, but none of them had charge. Oh, that's if they're there.
That's right. You only charge if you've got a battery.
Right.
So after all movement has been resolved, which it has, they didn't move. Move all German infantry meeples still in a sector back into their waiting area.
Yeah.
They all go back to there.
Okay.
Right, now this is where we get to hit back.
So now it's the morning phase.
It's the morning phase.
So that was one of them resting? No, I don't think one of them was. No, we didn't have any resting. So each supply is now only 3. So we need to spend 2 supplies to move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Do you want to swap 2 of those volunteers for soldiers?
Well, I'm thinking of spending another supply for the rest of them. Because then that's everybody.
Okay.
We'll get some more supplies in a minute.
We got some more coming in.
Yeah. We've got loads of supplies coming in this round.
But we've got a long way to go.
We don't.
And we're running out. That's the last supply token coming in now.
Yeah.
Well, these are going to get supplies, but they're going to be worth less and less as we go.
Yeah.
As they get diminished. So we're going to start to see the attrition is going to start to hurt us.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? Do we want to get more gun effectiveness?
Absolutely.
Now we've got a medic.
So that's going to come back. That's going to come back.
Yeah. So we are going to have some more supplies coming in.
Mm-hmm.
We could get the medic shoveling snow, but we have got people in the infirmary.
I think we need that.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is that one's going to treat those 2, and then they're all going to get better.
I can't remember how it works. I'll look it up.
Yeah.
So what else are we going to do?
Well, I think we're going to need to repair. We're probably going to need to unjam because it's going to get jammed.
We probably want to uncover defensive positions so we can get more firepower onto them. It would be good if we could get more effectiveness out of these guns.
I think having 2 shots for 2 things is fine. It's just we're going to have to unjam.
Okay.
We're constantly going to get these jammed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these patrols don't move down, do they?
Yeah.
We get new ones which come in lower, but those patrols just stay there. So actually,
they fill up.
Yeah, we're not going to get any more on that green line.
Yeah, when you add German patrol tokens, you put them onto the coloured stage of the game, so they're going to be coming on at the next.
They're now going to be coming on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Point for future reference, bearing in mind that there's 3 patrol tokens that have come out. There's going to be 9 in the bag.
Yeah.
If ever you need to take a patrol but the bag is empty, you remove a delivery token.
Yeah.
And if there aren't any supply depots with delivery tokens, instead you resolve a hit.
Okay.
And if ever you try to resolve a hit and there aren't any tokens in the bag, you move this track up, and it hasn't got very far to go.
Right. Okay. I'm thinking officer down there again.
Okay. With his megaphone.
Yeah. I'm thinking
delivering inspirational lectures. Not done much shoveling of snow, so I can't do anything on here because this isn't. Yeah, you need to clear. You need to repair. More repairs need to be
I
done.
think we're going to need more repairs.
Probably unjamming at least 1 gun.
Yeah, and removing
and
one of those.
Getting that repaired would be good.
Do a bit of shoveling.
Okay.
Okay. Right. Done. So we do this first then. We're firing at the Germans.
Okay.
Roll 1 die per defender.
On
a 1 to 3, it's suppressed. On a 4 to 6, it's hit.
Right. Now the bad news is that the volunteers can't hit that far because this is the range.
Ah,
so
right.
The volunteer
Yeah, okay.
can only hit targets which are
he's
close
only got
enough.
a pitchfork. Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
By throwing his pitchfork. The soldier with his Lee Enfield can reach all the way down here.
Right. So we're rolling to hit with the soldier.
Yeah.
4.
Bang. He goes.
Right. Nice. That's that done.
Yeah.
Firing the artillery. Okay. So. See, not knowing what these air stacks are going to do, I'm tempted to just get rid of as many as possible.
If you want to, we can look ahead briefly at the next phase.
Well, I assume what we're doing is going to be good.
Yeah, I mean those air stacks are going to get added into the hit bag.
Yeah,
and then
so
when they get drawn...
I think do that.
Okay.
I think blow up some more stuff on the airfield. Let's see if the gun jams. It does.
I'm going to call that gun Bob Marley.
There you go. Now the other gun. I mean, we could attack this. It says hit 2 per revealed 1, so we could kill 2 of these.
Suppress the rest.
Suppress the rest, and there's only a 3 or more chance of it jamming.
Yeah, so that's. I mean, that's.
We could, but actually.
Or you could pop at one of these, or put another shell.
Well, I'm not sure of the point of popping at these at the moment.
True.
Whereas what's going to happen next? Because this says maximum of 5.
Yeah, when they overflow, you fill up the next one above.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Because what's going to happen is the next card's going to come out. We're going to get more here. They're going to overflow.
Yeah.
So getting rid of these is probably a good thing.
But then at least Olaf with his pitchfork's going to be able to get involved. But yeah, maybe I think that's probably a good thing.
I'm tempted to get rid of those 2.
And the other one is suppressed.
And the other one is suppressed, which he will recover at the end of the round, I guess.
You're looking for a 3.
3 or more. It's a 2.
Oh, it jams as well.
Right. That's fine. That's fine. So those are tired.
Yeah.
Shoveling snow. That's that done.
One thing to remember, I don't know if we spotted this, is that those guys, they don't become tired.
Okay.
They stay there. If you choose to replace them, then that one would go to tired and you put somebody else in his place. But they stay there. They don't get tired.
David is asking what is the average play time. Well, bearing in mind we are learning and we are talking through our moves, and you've only played it once before, you're probably looking at 2 hours maybe for your first game, 2.5.
Yeah.
But I think once you know it, probably 90 minutes, I guess. Okay, this is my first game of it, so so we could unjam both guns.
It'll speed up a lot once you know what you're doing and it's all familiar.
Yeah. I'm tempted to do that
I reckon you could play a game
rather
in an hour
than
once you know what you're doing.
rather than that,
Okay.
because these guns are working out really well for us.
Okay.
So we'll use those four to unjam both of those guns. Right. Then we've got the Inspire. No. Oh, we should have done the supply run. Sorry, yes. That should have happened before that, but it's not going to change anything.
It doesn't make any difference. No, the fire artillery, then supply run.
Yeah, so we've done the fire artillery. So this comes back.
And it's sunny, so we can move all the way.
And this one comes back.
Yeah. And
so we get 5 supplies and a morale.
Yeah.
Because it's 2 supplies plus the thing that's printed on it.
Yeah. And then those counters go out the game.
Okay, then we do that, then we Inspire. Yep. Have I already just moved it up?
No, because you've got a morale token.
Oh, right, so it moves up again.
Yeah.
Because of that. Okay. Then the Medic heals those 2. Then we do the Infirmary, and they all go to there. So next round...
we'll get them all back.
We get them all back.
And then we go to the morale stage. So we've done relapse and recovery.
I'm just going to change my mind on this. I think.
Yeah.
Where was it? It was there.
Yeah.
So rather than doing that and then they all move up, I think if we do that,
we get one back.
Then we get that one moves up. We get that one back, and that one moves up. Is that right?
Yep. Sound.
Because now there's a spare bed.
Yeah.
Right. So morale.
Okay.
Doubt marker. We don't have a doubt marker anymore.
No. So is it a red day?
It is not a red day.
We're not out of supplies. Not yet. No, we're not. We've got 6.
Yeah.
We're doing all right.
No defenders in the waiting area. No dead defenders, and there's no soldiers in red sectors.
So draw 3
high morale
cards and
we get 2 of them.
2.
Okay, so we've got these 3. Now we are still in the top area. So what's that?
Lower the suspicion by 2 levels.
We don't need to do that.
We don't need to do that.
So forget that one.
Oh, wait a minute. That's mobilization first attack. Yeah. So we are in the first attack. So
that will get shuffled back. We're going to do this. So these are good. Move the snow marker 2 steps to the left, which uncovers something else, and we get 2 defenders back because they've had a nice cup of coffee. So that goes to there.
Yeah.
Those are gone, and we have found water.
Ooh.
I don't know where this goes.
I've seen that one before.
Maybe it's just a one-off. We get 1 supply and 1 morale.
Oh, I think that looks very, very likely.
Yeah. So I think the morale should have gone back to 0.
Yes.
So it goes up by 1, and we gain a supply. That's my guess.
That must be right. It must be right.
It's what water does.
Because there isn't a water place to put it. I didn't know that one was there. So.
And we get two of these back.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Surrender. Nope. 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 No. Right. Round 5.
Okay.
So we start with the card. Card says it's cloudy. Hegra village will fall soon. So we're adding 2 despair cards to the high morale deck, and we get 5 soldiers appearing.
Okay. Right, these despair cards, when you draw one, you've got to use it.
Okay. So adding 2 of them. So we had 2 of those.
They're all the same.
Shuffle them into the high morale deck.
And when you choose it, you must choose this card when drawn. It just means you don't get a positive.
Right.
So you effectively lose one of your high morale cards.
Okay.
But you can choose to injure a defender in order to remove it from the game.
Right.
Otherwise, it stays in there.
Okay. We're going to get 6 of these, but we are recruiting first. So, first one I'm going to draw out is
No, wait a minute. That was.
Yep, we're right.
Are you recruiting because of those?
No, I'm recruiting because of.
There was one on the card.
There's always one on the card, isn't there? I don't know. There always has been.
No, no. It's only if there's actually
Yeah. On every card so far has been.
So we are talking about the guys at the bottom.
Yeah, there'll be 6 coming in a minute.
Yeah, you're talking about taking
I am.
cards out of. Yes, yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
Medic. So if we draw a doubt token, now are we okay? Do we still get a
We're
medic?
still okay.
Right.
So we get the medic.
So that's it. We stop.
And the doubt goes back. Goes back in.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand how that works, but that's fine. Right. Now we get to.
But if you'd drawn more defenders,
Yeah.
say let's say you'd got to 3 defenders and you took a 4th one out because you were feeling rash, and that was a doubt, you'd have to choose which of those 3 defenders you were going to keep, and the others go out of the game.
Oh, okay. So we're getting not 6, 5. 5 new ones, but there's only space in here for 5. So you're saying that one
Goes over
to there.
Yeah.
And they are active.
And now they do an infantry attack.
Yes.
So do him separately.
So do that one first. Oh, and that's why there's 5 dice, because there's 5 things. So that one is trying to hit us.
Yeah. And then roll for the other.
Except that one's suppressed.
Yeah.
So we don't roll for.
That's right.
For that one. A 1, a 3, a 4, and a 5. So that's 2 hits, is that right?
Yeah, 2 hits.
Which bounces off our defences.
Exactly.
But then
So
those move to there.
Yeah.
And then that moves back to there, and that moves to there.
Okay, and that you can see from the text underneath that if anybody's still in here at the end of the day,
we lose a morale.
Minus morale.
Yeah.
So we probably need to do something about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Olaf with his pitchfork.
Yep. That was the infantry attack.
Right. So
Now,
supplies. I'm going to spend 4 supplies.
Okay.
Each one. Oh no! Wait a minute. Maybe 3 supplies, because each one is 3.
Yeah.
So 1, 2. Definitely not big enough.
And we could spend morale as well.
We could, but it's fine. That's fine for now. While the supplies are still 3.
And then the other
one goes into the resting area.
Yeah, for free.
Okay. And now we get to choose where they're going to go.
Yeah.
So, well, we probably want to send our 2 hunters out. One can sneak past that one, and the other one can go and get that last one there.
It's so useful having hunters in the game. I didn't have any when I played it. That was my fault, though, because I forgot to put them in the bag.
We definitely want to put... Oh, you forgot to put them in the bag?
I did.
Right, okay. We definitely want to put them there. We definitely want to put them there.
Now, do we want to put a medic in there? Because
I'm not sure.
He's going to heal anyway.
Yeah.
So we're just accelerating his recovery.
I'm thinking not.
So probably not. Maybe use him to do something else.
I think we need double repair.
Yeah.
We might need triple repair.
I'd go triple.
Can it be? It can.
Bolster, possibly.
We could either up the defense 1.
Maybe put in another one in there and maybe try and get this gun doing double.
I think I'd be tempted to get rid of that one.
Yeah.
So 3 repairs for me is going to be unjarm, and remove that.
Okay.
I mean, the bolster can also add a miss tile, because we've not drawn anything out of the hit bag yet.
No, that's going to happen soon.
And at some point, they're going to start putting artillery up.
Yeah.
I guess. That's the siege.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is when they launched their first attack.
Yeah.
It didn't quite go as planned, so they retreated a bit, and then they went, right, we're going to have to siege them. So that's when they started putting up the artillery and stuff. I mean, we could do some more removing of snow, but that seems like a bit of a...
Yesterday.
Maybe we've got the best thing out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's bolster. Right. Okay, so defend the walls. So we're going to roll for Olaf first
Yep.
with his pitchfork.
Come on, Olaf.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's that one.
Well done. Good shot, Olaf.
And then the other one can shoot any of them, but we want to shoot this because it's better than...
Unless you're thinking ahead about what you're going to be doing with your artillery, because artillery firing in there is going to remove 2 and...
Well, actually,
yeah,
you're right. It hits a sector.
Yeah.
This is a sector. So if we remove that one, then the other one's a bit of a waste. So I think leave that for the artillery.
Yeah.
And use this one to hit one of these. Yep, it's 4. Good. Nice. Okay, so that's that done. Fire artillery.
Yep.
So so that gun is going to fire at those 2 and jams on a 4 or... No, it's okay on a 4 or more. It's a 3, so it's jammed.
Okay, well, we kind of knew that was going to happen.
And then this one, let's keep doing that.
Okay.
And that jams as well.
Jammed as well.
But then we...
Unjam them.
Yeah, I'm just going to move these off so I don't bother flipping the tokens over.
Okay.
But we've got this next. So they're moving 5. Oh, I think I might have cheated earlier. I think I went from there to there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Yeah, we cheated earlier. Apologies for that. I didn't realise, but there are routes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They could both
We can do that.
there, so long as they are
I think
feeling sneaky. They're allowed to coexist on the supply base.
we need it to be sunny tomorrow for them to get back. Oh no, 5 is okay for them, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just if it's snowy, they only move 4.
That's right. Are they going to sneak past?
Yeah, I think so.
So first one.
First one tries to sneak past. They need to roll higher than a 1.
Yeah.
Roll the 1.
So
the first one's stuck there.
Return the defender to the reserve. He's been caught.
Oh.
The patrol token goes into the bag.
Oh right, okay.
We lose the. Well, we didn't actually get. He didn't actually get it.
No.
He didn't pick it up, so we don't lose it. And the other one gets a free ride.
And does this drop down by 1?
Oh, good point.
So this was us trying to sneak past.
Well, it's reduced actually. It's reduced by 2.
I thought that was if you fight.
No, it's reduced by 2 if you fail your sneak. It's reduced by 2 if you lose the fight as well.
Okay.
So he's going to have a free ride next time.
Yeah. So he's got there.
Yeah.
Then we do this. So we've unjummed that. We then use that to repair that. Now does that
Hit
go
bag.
in the hit bag?
Yeah. Yeah. Defense up to 3. Or
I think we're doing okay here. They're not getting that many hits. So I think stick a mistile in the hit bag. Okay. And then we inspire. Let's move that to there. Then we do the infirmary. So that one heals and goes back tired or ready?
Tired.
One of those was in the rest zone, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that one goes to there. And now we do this.
Yeah.
So no. 3 cards and resolve 2. Okay, so we've got the despair card. You must choose this card when drawn. You may injure 1 defender to remove this card from the game. I think we can afford to injure a defender. Or we've got to choose 2 of these, and this one is of no use whatsoever. So we just choose these 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this one's not being used.
So that's not being used.
Shuffled back
Now,
in.
normally when you choose a card, it goes out of the game.
Right, I was just reading that.
Yeah.
So You can either choose to resolve the text below the line to place it in the reserve, which means out of the game, or ignore the card and place it in the discard pile. And I think...
So it's going in the discard pile?
Yeah.
Okay. So we chose both of those, and we remove one of these. Not that that does anything.
It's a useful thing, as we'll find out in a bit.
None of this, none of that, none of that. 3 patrols. And this time they're appearing in the yellow area. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We have number 1, number 5, number 4. I don't know what these are doing apart from blocking his route home.
Well, they're doing that, but also they're depleting the bag. And when that bag runs out,
we lose.
We get hit tokens instead.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Day 6. Now, this is the retreat step. So something's going to happen at the end of this day.
Right. Move the supply marker 1 step to the right.
That's not yet. That's at the end of the day.
At the end of day 6.
At the end of day 6. Yeah. It's also a red day.
Yeah, which is going to be
so morale's going to drop
significant here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So first thing we do is we get a card.
Yep.
And it's still first attack.
Yep.
Okay, so we've got...
It's snowy.
It's snowy. The place is crawling with German patrols, making it more difficult to reach the supply depots. So suspicion goes up by 1. We're going to add a patrol. We're going to draw something out of the bag and we're going to get 4 more soldiers. Okay, so snowy. Suspicion goes up by 1. Add a patrol if you want to do that.
On the 6.
Okay. And let's see what we recruit. Soldier. There. So we get a soldier.
Yeah.
That's probably going to be how it is for the rest of the game now, because there's so much doubt in there. We also get 4 of these.
Yeah.
Oh, that one shouldn't be suppressed anymore, I don't think.
That's right.
So 1, 2, 3, maximum of 5.
Somebody gave him a thimble full of schnapps to revive him, I should by now. Okay.
Right. Infantry attack.
Now they do the infantry attack.
So this one is moving. And then these 5 roll 2 6s and 4. Okay, so what happens is we get 2 hits, which we're protected against, but that one moves to there, and that one moves to there.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean something else is going to happen next turn? Yeah. Charge. Injure the leftmost defender in a defensive position and play. Oh, do we do that now? Oh no, that might be next time. Because it's moved from here to here. So I think next time, because I don't think we can hit it when it's here.
If a German infantry meeple moves beyond the top sector, place it in the charge box.
Yes, done that.
After all movement has been resolved, move them all back to their waiting area. Anybody in the charge box does not move.
Yeah. So the next turn,
charge. For each German infantry meeple in the charge box, injure the leftmost defender and place the German infantry meeple into the reserve.
Yeah.
So
we're going to have to get
some hand-to-hand combat. Ours gets injured, his goes out.
But I think that's next turn, isn't it? Or is it now? If anybody knows?
No, I think the fact that he's charged, they've moved up. He's moved into a charge position. I think that means that because he's in the charge box, it happens now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know any different, let us know. But otherwise, we're going to resolve it now.
So he goes out of the game. It will back into the reserve.
That goes back into the reserve.
He rolls a die to see how badly injured he is. And he's got a 3, which I think means he's probably going to be back with us in a couple of days.
Mm-hmm.
So that's that.
Now it's us.
Now it's us, yeah.
Now we've only got 4 supplies now.
And they're each worth 3.
They're each worth 3, which is okay. Well, that one comes back anyway.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to spend 1 supply for that one, and that one. And then I think we need to spend one other supply for that one, and that one. And we might as well spend another supply for those three. Okay, so everybody's back with us for now.
Okay, we've got one supply left.
Now, when can we move things into here?
Okay, so now this is where we move people in.
Well, I think that. So why is that in a square and that's not in a square? Because they're the ones that start off.
Yeah,
with
tokens those, remember those tokens are in here. So if when the hits start happening,
they're going to get damaged.
If that gets turned out, that one, the token goes there and covers it up, and he goes into the infirmary.
Oh, right. Okay. Yep. So I've done that.
Okay. Fire artillery. Right.
I think those two are still there from last time. So those should probably be tired.
Okay.
So those now go into the rest area.
Okay.
Yeah, I just forgot to move them. It's going to go down there. That one is going to have to go through there to get home.
He's not going to get all the way.
No, because it's snowing, so he's only going to move 4.
Well, he could. In fact, he could go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, right, yeah.
Go around the side.
We'll do that.
Are we going to send out another one? Have we got any? Oh, we lost it. We lost him, didn't we? Yeah, he got caught. Repairing, bolstering.
I think we're okay with bolstering at the moment. I'm tempted to put that one in there so that we get both of these back. We are very likely having at least one gun jam and probably a second. So I think, yeah, maybe send him out on a supply run, get rid of one of those soldiers, maybe. Or just take the long way around.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Olaf first. It's not Olaf, is it?
No, it's Olaf's brother.
Right, okay.
Lars.
It's a 1. So it's suppressed.
Yeah.
Now, do I need to decide where these two are shooting at?
Yeah, I think you do. Thematically, you should.
So that's going to try and shoot this one. Oops. And it's a 1. Now, if you're suppressed,
you still suppressed.
Let's just see what the rules say on
it's still
that.
Suppressed.
So this is in.
Right. So we're now into the section where we are in the day phase.
Day phase.
So we're defending the walls.
Firing at the Germans. So roll 1 6-sided dice per defender in the defensive positions. 1 to 3 is. I think you just roll the dice. Yeah, it's not completely clear there, is it? There is an example. Yeah, I'm not sure if you have to declare what it is they're attacking before rolling the dice. It doesn't say.
I don't know if it actually specifically says, but every other kind of military simulation, you have to know who you're shooting at before you resolve it.
Yeah, it just says you roll. This is a hit, so you remove 1 German infantry from sector 4. Sector 4? Oh, that'll be in the next bit. Yeah, it's looking like here that you roll the dice and then you choose where to remove them from. So in that case, that soldier rolled a 1, which means we can suppress that. That rolled a 3, which means we can suppress that. Unfortunately, that does mean there is going to be 1 there at the end of the round.
Unless we hit him with artillery.
Which seems a bit of a waste.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's that done. So now the artillery. Yeah, so if we don't clear these out, we're going to get another 4 or 5 next round, and it's really going to start ramping up here.
Yeah.
So I think artillery to get rid of those two.
Yeah.
With the first gun. And then, does it jam? It does not jam. And then the second one, let's get rid of another stack of these planes. Does it jam? Yes, it jams. Okay. Then, supply run.
Did we roll for the other one?
I did. Yeah,
It was
the other
okay.
fine.
Okay.
So this one can move 4. Oh, we're supposed to move the snow marker one to the right because it snowed.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mark is saying you need to check the rules, but I don't remember being confused about what I could target. I think it's the closest. Oh, is it the closest? He's just going to double check that, because if it was the closest, that means we couldn't have shot these, and we had to keep shooting this one, which is bad. That would be bad.
No, it just says roll 1 6-sided die per defender. 1 to 3 miss, 4 to 6 hit. Suppress 1 German infantry meeple within the range of the defender by lying the meeple down. So you need to choose. You need to distinguish between who's shooting.
Yes.
Because some have got a longer range than others.
Yeah.
And then 4 to 6 hit. Remove 1 German infantry meeple within the range of the defender.
So you don't have to declare target before rolling.
Well, it doesn't say so.
No. If you hit, you remove 1 infantry meeple within range.
Yeah.
So that infers you make the choice after you've rolled.
Feels a bit.
And there's an example there.
For people who grew up with squad leader and so on, it feels a bit wrong. But you do what it says in the rules.
Okay. So, I've done the patrol. He's coming back with them. He's gone off, trudging through the snow. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
We're then going to use those two. They should be tired. Those two to unjam that, and then those two. Well, we could repair that.
Yeah.
Let's do it. He inspires. That goes up by 1. And then this medic heals those two. And then they both recover.
Yep. Good.
Okay. Morale.
Morale.
Yes, unfortunately, we lose 1 because of this.
Yes.
Oh, and another 1 because of that.
Yes.
Oh. So we get 2 of these cards. This is the low morale card. And we get 1 of them. We have to choose 1 of these. I think just increase the suspicion by 1.
Yeah.
Yep. That's me.
So
That
goes
one
in
we
the discard.
chose. That's going shuffled back in.
Yep.
Morale resets. Now the Germans retreat.
What happens?
Huzzah. All of
Right.
this.
Move the 1 supply marker.
I've got artillery first. Okay, the rule book shows it in a different order to this.
So it's saying move the supply marker.
It
probably
doesn't really matter. No. So supply marker goes 1 to the right.
Defense marker comes down by 1 level.
Oh, right.
Place 1 artillery piece on each space marked with an artillery symbol on the yellow row on the map.
So 1 there. 1 there. And 1 there. Okay. So we have artillery on spaces 1, 2, and 4.
Now, remove the first attack board from the main board.
What we're doing with these.
Transfer any German infantry meeples to sector 1
Oh,
on
okay.
the main board.
There we go. Right. So we've now got, we're into the final stage of the game. So these all go down in sector 1.
Yeah.
Suddenly there's now 4 sectors.
Yeah, and also we've got this little chap here. the machine gun. Place one status tile with the unjammed side up on the machine gun action space. Now, the way the machine gun works is that when you're doing your defending the walls, instead of rolling individually, you can use the machine gun. But
yeah, A, B, or C can instead use the machine gun if it is unjammed, but it jams immediately after use.
Yeah.
But it basically suppresses 3 or hits 3.
So instead of using the fire at the Germans action,
Yeah.
so you won't be doing the usual die rolls for any of them. One defender in positions A, B, or C may use the machine gun action instead.
And then there's grenades.
You can choose to spend a supply to give +2 to the die roll before rolling. If you miss, then you flip 3 German infantry
Oh,
meeples
grenades.
to their
There's grenades here. Right.
jammed side.
Okay. Right.
If you hit, then 3 German infantry meeples get knocked over.
So we move on to round 7.
Yeah.
It is now the siege.
Okay.
We have our first of the siege cards. The Germans are on the lookout for our patrols. Getting supplies will be harder.
But it's sunny,
It is sunny.
so they can move further.
Suspicion goes up by 1. We are adding 2 patrols.
3.
And then we've got some extra stuff here. So we'll do the patrols first, and we're adding them now to the blue area.
Yeah.
Now, what happens if a patrol gets added to a space that we're already on?
I think we're about to find out.
Yeah, we are.
No, it just says you still place it
Okay.
even if a defender is there.
Okay.
So I think the defender can move off. It's only if you move on that you.
Okay, so we've got a plane symbol.
Right. No, this
The
is
plane
where,
symbol says add the top leftmost stack of air tiles to the hit bag.
Yeah.
Why-
So we're
Why
now
does it say
into
top leftmost when there's only...
we're into siege now.
We are.
So we've right. Take the leftmost stack of air tiles.
Yes, so not the top leftmost. There's just a slight typo on the board.
Yeah.
Okay, so those 2 are going
In the hit bag. Yeah.
right? Then we've got an artillery symbol which says draw tiles from the hit bag equal to the highest revealed number not covered by an artillery piece.
So
5. I don't know what the red cube is for.
because the red cube is going to move across to the right, and when the red cube hits an artillery piece, it puts it onto the board.
Oh,
But
okay.
we're not that. But this stage of the game is only just
So
started.
draw tiles from the hit bag equal to the highest revealed number. 5 already?
Yes. Yes. So if we can get rid of these artillery pieces,
Oh, are they going to go back on here?
they go back on there. Yeah.
Ah. 5.
Yeah. Never mind. Only 4 more days.
We're not getting any people now.
Yeah, that's it. We're finished with recruiting.
Okay, so bad stuff's going to happen now. So we're getting bombarded with artillery.
Yeah.
So first one. Defensive position A is hit.
Sends him to the infirmary.
Badly wounded. Right, next. Defensive position C.
Oh dear.
At least there was nobody there. Mark says we're doing well to have no deaths so far. Right, so that says injure 1 defender.
So funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Starting on no, it doesn't specify.
Well, it's just a defender.
So you look at the top.
Oh, it's an officer.
So the officer, it goes in the infirmary. Oh dear.
Now, does that go out of the game?
I think those go back in the bag. No, press each air tile into the reserve. Yeah, they're out of the game.
Okay, so that's 1, 2. Was that only 3?
Yeah.
Right. 4. Gun number 1. So that goes on there.
Yeah.
And 5. Injure 1 defender. Which is an officer. We can't have an officer, so it's a soldier. So we'll have that one.
Yeah.
You spoke too soon, Mark. Wow.
Okay.
We've been severely bombarded.
Yeah.
And now 5 of these appear. 2 go there. 3 go there. Okay. We're not even into the final stage of the game. Oh, no, we're not in. What's that? What's that? That's Siege 2. We're not in Siege 2 yet. It's only Siege 1. We've got one supply
why
left.
It's so good if you can get miss tokens into the hit.
Well, we were putting a load of miss tokens.
They're in there. They are in there. Okay. So, yeah. We've done that.
Now we do this?
Yes, we do an infantry attack.
Right. My morale is starting to drop, just so you know.
Well, the officer's in the infirmary.
Yeah.
With his megaphone.
With his megaphone strapped to his left forearm. So we're rolling for these 3.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad. So one of them goes to there.
The others decide that they're going to stay where they are.
Then 5 in sector 1. 2 of them go there. So then that one moves to there. Those 2 move to there. And that's it.
And that's it.
That is it. So we got away with that. Dig more snow to get those nicer worker placement spaces. Yeah. There's so many things to do, isn't there? Right, so morning. Those 2 come back. We've only got 1 supply. Because it started snowing.
Yeah.
Just at the point we needed that supply to come back. Well, we're going to have to spend that 1 supply to get 2 of these back. And it's going to have to be a medic. Oh dear. And a soldier.
Yeah. Now, this is where you might want to think about spending morale.
Yeah, I think so.
To bring more of them back.
So I think if you spend 1 morale, let's bring back another soldier and another medic.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So. Well, don't think we want to send anybody out on a new supply run. I think
yeah. So if we can get the artillery going again, knocking out these guns,
I think
guns go
back
back here, which means that we get fewer tiles out of the hit bag.
I think it's just so used to getting 2 guns. Now we've only got 1. You're going to have to repair that, and if we could put those 2 in there.
Yes. Because we need to repair the gun, but we really need to repair some of those defensive positions as well, don't we? And our defences have gone down to 1, so we need to bolster. So there's 3 things that we can't
on the round when we suddenly had way fewer workers than we actually needed.
Yeah. I suppose the question becomes, is it worth using another morale point to get 2 of those volunteers to come and do some more repairs?
Don't like that. Don't like resolving 2 of those low morale cards.
Yeah, but if we get another hit and another person goes in here,
well, that's going to heal.
Yeah, but not until after somebody's injured goes in here.
No, we'll be okay. Yeah, I think that.
Okay.
Dear. So we're doing the fire at the Germans. Do we want to use a machine gun?
Ooh.
We may as well use the machine gun. So this soldier in defensive position B might as well use the machine gun.
Yeah.
There's no reason not to. Oh,
So we suppress
that's
3.
suppress 3. Well, maybe. Oh, and he can't do anything. Ah. Maybe those 3.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have been able to. So
No.
that's why it made sense to use the machine gun.
Yeah, maybe those 3. Oh dear. Right, so that's not looking good. Next, we're going to fire and we're going to get rid of this.
Yeah.
Pop that right there. Hit 1 thing per revealed thing. Yep, and that jams. Well, we're okay on a 5 or more. Nope.
Yeah, dice rolling has gone
Yeah,
downhill.
it's not good. So the repair.
We want that gun back, don't we?
We do, but we also want that back.
Yeah.
But we don't have anybody to put in there. Well, no, we will. We'll put somebody in there at the start of the next
Should there
day.
be 2 guys in
I think
the
there
red?
should.
2
Yeah,
blue ones.
This area is not big enough. Was it 2 blue ones?
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I just didn't put them in. Yeah. And that definitely is spend 2 people. Yeah. It's really expensive, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are we going to repair? Gosh. Supply run. Yes, we didn't do the supply run. Thank you. So this one comes home and gets us a miss counter and 2 supplies. And then this one, it's sunny, so it can move 6. So 1, 2. Does he have to stop there or not?
He has to stop when he gets to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. We had forgotten about that. Anyway, back to the repair. The options are that, or that.
If you repair the gun, then that damage token goes into the hit bag.
Yeah, let's do that. Because it's probably going to get hit again. And then we've got these, so that's 4 points of healing. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
And then in the infirmary, that goes up and these 2 come back. Right.
You realise as soon as he gets home, he's going to start a revolution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. What happens next?
Should we have gained I think we've been missing this. I think every time a supply comes home, you gain a morale.
Have we not been doing
I think
that?
we've been missing something. Let's just check that again.
Yes. Oh, and increase the suspicion marker by 1 level.
Yeah, let's just move it up now and move that up.
Yeah.
So every time a supply comes home, you gain a morale, increase suspicion, gain 2 supplies, and then whatever it says on the tile.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been missing that. Speaking of morale, it is not a red day. We are not out of supplies. There are no defenders in the waiting area, nobody dead, nobody in red sectors. So it's 0. So nothing good or bad happens.
Okay. At this stage, that's good.
We're okay there. And we get 2 German patrols in the blue area.
Yeah.
Why have we got 2 in the blue area already? Because the card said so. 2 and 6. And that's it.
That was my return bus fare at school in
2 and 6.
69. Yeah, 2 and 6 return.
Round 8. So we're still in Siege 1.
Yeah.
Sunny. The snow marker should move to the left if it's sunny. Thematically. Anyway, remove 1 delivery token from each of the leftmost 3 supply depots. Now, he's already got that, so...
Are we going to say he's already got it?
I think he's already picked it up. So we just lose that one.
Yeah, it's just that if you can't, then you take a hit token.
Okay, the surrounding supply depots are being raided by German patrols. So what's the rules then if we can't lose a delivery token?
If you can't lose a delivery token, you take a hit. That's right. I'm sure I've seen that.
But yeah, the question is, has that soldier already picked up those supplies or not?
Yeah, so
Answers in the chat.
So that question, let's just see if there's anything in the rules about it.
Do you pick up the supplies when you move on to the space? I would have thought so. Also, the delivery counter.
Yeah. So move all supply runs. They have to stop when they get to... A defender must end its movement if it enters a fortress or a supply depot. Each defender may only carry one delivery token. If it's carrying a delivery token back, its movement is reduced by 1.
So we're going to say that it's picked it up as soon as it was in there.
Yeah, it's either interpretation on these rules, I think, probably works. So now we need to just confirm what happens when
we cannot remove delivery tokens.
So when you're removing, where was that in the rules? I'm just trying to remember.
You try and find it in the rules. I will carry on, but we're definitely losing that one. I think we're screwed on supplies now because we got 3 days left. Not going to happen. Right, those two are going in. Then we're doing an artillery attack, which is 4 counters. Page 26, Mark says. So 4 counters are coming out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so defensive position B has been hit. And that soldier gets injured.
It's not page 26.
It's not page 26. Okay, gun number 1 is damaged again.
Oh dear.
We injure 1 defender. That'll be that one. Oh no, it's based on the card, isn't it?
Yeah.
The officer again.
So you just come out of them.
Oh.
At least it's only a 4.
Better. That was that. And this.
That means place a gun.
And whereabouts?
Oops. There we are. Artillery tiles. Any numbered space showing an artillery symbol on the map on the main board. You must fill up the yellow row first, placing pieces from left to right.
Done.
Then fill up the green row in the same way.
Yeah, getting those supply runs early is crucial. Yep. And then what happens to this?
That goes back in the hit bag.
Okay. It says here, actually, move artillery marker. Oh, no. It says move the artillery marker. Not.
Oh.
Yeah. So I don't think it's that. I think it's that.
I do beg your pardon. You're
okay.
Right. I'm. Yes, that's right. It's only, yes. If the artillery marker reaches a space that's got an artillery piece in it, that's when you place it on the board.
So 4 more soldiers. So 1 goes there, 1 goes there, 1 goes there, and then 1 goes there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember reading it, but now I can't remember where I read it.
Maybe Fetigator knows. Is there a rule to say that, or Peter's saying, BGG clarification from the designer. Thank you, Peter. You lose a supply from the depot, even if you have a piece there. Oh. So he's gone all the way there. It took him 2 days to get there, trudging through the snow.
He's now on the other side of the German lines.
He got there, and then, oh. But the next question is, what happens if you can't remove a delivery token? Pete thinks he's read something in the rules.
I know it says you draw a hit. I just can't find the rule now at this moment.
Yes, he can attack German pieces on the way back, but I'm not sure that's going to help us. I don't think he can blow up artillery.
Removing delivery tokens.
Anyway, we're trying to find that. In the meantime, I will do the infantry attack here.
Right. If there
Oh,
are
you
no
found it.
supply depots with delivery tokens, instead draw a tile from the hit bag.
Okay, but that says.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's if you need to place a German patrol, but the bag's empty, then you take a delivery token. If you can't take a delivery token, you draw a tile from the hit bag.
Okay.
So that's only
That
in
rule
that
is
specific example when adding patrols.
Yeah.
Right, so these two. We might have some grenades coming in here. We do. So that goes there.
What happens when
That
grenades?
goes there. It says here, grenade. If 2 plus grenades are rolled, lower defences by 1.
Okay.
So it's 1 grenade, it just bounces off. Right, then here we have these two, because these 3 are suppressed. It's a 5 and a 6. 2 hits. And then down here. Uh-oh. Oh no, we're all right. It's only a hit on a 6. So those go there. Right. So now we need to resolve the movement, I believe. Which is that one. So that's moving.
You've only got 1 defender left.
We've got 2 hits. We have 1 defence. So that gets injured.
Oops.
And unfortunately, there's no room in the hospital. All the beds are full. So it goes there. So that's the hits done. And then we've got these 3 moving up. But what happens here is that they move up to there. But this is now over capacity. So they move to the next one.
I think that's right.
Guess so.
Yes.
And then these become unsuspended. Unsuppressed.
Unsuppressed.
Right. Wow.
Okay. It's suddenly
It is.
getting tough.
It is. Right. So where was that? That was them attacking. So now it's us doing our bit here. The soldier can remove an artillery on the way back. Can he?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. Nice. Didn't realise. That's quite cool. He's angry because he's spent 2 days walking there to find that the Germans have already taken over the supply depot. Okay, so yeah, only soldiers. Yeah. Right, so we get those 2 back. Next. Now, the problem is, if we spend those 2 supplies, we then have no supplies. Which means we lose a morale at the end of the round. I'm not sure we're going to get to day 11. Where did you get to when you played it?
I
You got to 10.
I got to day 11,
Okay.
but I didn't get to the end of the day because in the morale check, my cube got to unconditional surrender
Right.
because I'd lost one as a result of a low morale card.
So, yeah, this is the round where we now have a big problem. We can't fire the gun that we've been relying on. We've only got 1 position on the walls because the rest of them are damaged. We only have 2 supplies, so we can't really get many workers back.
Everything's damaged or broken.
It's all gone horribly wrong. So, what do we do? Do we spend... We're never going to get any more supplies.
No.
So... Wow.
I think we're probably going to find things will go downhill pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I can't really see much of a way out of it.
I think so. Let's spend...
Looking like a dead parrot.
Yeah, I think spend 1 to get that back and maybe that back. We're going to have to spend the other supply. We're going to have to do it. So now we got no supplies. And we could lower morale. Yeah, lower morale down by 1. Get another 2 people. Okay, right. So, What are we going to do? We want to get rid of this one.
Get the officer back by putting the medic in there.
Put the medic in there. Put that one in there. Send this guy out to clear some snow. Because that will be 2. I don't know why.
Well, I mean, we have turned up resources bit in the past, haven't we?
We have. But we're going to need 2 more to get another tile.
Yeah. I mean, at this stage of the game, turning up the telephone, I don't know how.
Oh, look, I've got a telephone. Yeah, it's just... Yeah, I don't know. Don't know at this stage. And there's this reckless defence. Just get rid of 2 of these, because there's just crazy amounts. Now, what happens if one of them gets in? Are we dead, or...?
Well, we look at... If there's nobody on the walls...
When they charge.
Well, when they move, they just move.
Right.
They don't need to roll for it.
Oh, okay.
If for any reason it's not possible to injure a defender in a defensive position, instead move one from the tired area to the morgue.
Right.
And place the German infantry meeple into the reserve. Yeah. So they just start going...
Okay,
here.
so he gets in, kills somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Placed our defenders. So we've got Lars with his stabby stick.
Trying to get out.
Yay! That's dead.
Well done, Lars. Good shot.
Right. So that's him done. Finished. No artillery. Supply run. Okay, so we're going to bring him back. So he's going to move on to a space with with a German patrol and an artillery gun. So what happens there?
Right, well, you choose one or the other.
Artillery.
Yeah. So knock out the artillery. It goes back onto the...
Oh, it's just done, is it?
Yeah.
It's automatic.
Yep. So that's the movement is ended for this round.
Yeah.
Roll, then do the suspicion check.
Right.
Suspicion's on 4, so we're looking...
more than a 4. Roll the 1.
Ah, that's not good.
So this goes down by 2.
So that goes down by 2.
And
he goes in the infirmary.
Oh, in the infirmary.
Yeah. Oops.
Oops. Oops, indeed. Ian's talking Norwegian to us. Unfortunately, we can't understand Norwegian. So, that's that done. We now go to here. We got 3 lots of shoveling snow. Right, we got 2 lots of repair. So...
Should we have had 2 of those in here?
We should have done. Always forgetting that. So, 2 lots of repair. 1, 2.
Yeah.
Then the medic. So 2 points of healing, 1, 2.
Yep.
Then normal healing. Those come back. And those go over. All right.
I've got a feeling they may have to go down before.
Oh, they go down first, don't they? Yes.
I've got a feeling they do. Relapse and recovery. So
yeah,
move all patients in the waiting area down first.
Then patients up.
Yeah.
It doesn't say step 3. Anybody who's on the top.
You can now place them into beds. Yeah.
Is it when they're on the top? If they would then go up, that's when they get healed. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that one should have gone up as well. I might be wrong on that.
Okay.
Morale. So it is not a red day, but we are out of supplies.
Yeah.
There are no defenders in the waiting area.
That's good.
There's nobody dead.
Nope.
And there isn't anybody in a red sector. So it's 3 low morale cards.
Just the 3.
And choosing 2 of them. And we're now in the middle bit.
Siege
We're
1.
in Siege 1.
Siege 1.
So we could choose to do that and it doesn't do anything.
It's a hit.
Is it?
Well.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Let's just check. Let's see if it's in. It
Yeah.
might be in.
I mean, this is lose 2 supplies. We can't lose 2 supplies because we haven't got any
Is it
supplies.
in the artillery?
So can we choose cards that we're not allowed? Can we choose cards that we cannot resolve? Oh, it says here at the bottom, if you choose this card but cannot resolve it, draw 1 tile from the hit bag. So there you go. It literally says on the bottom of the card.
That might have been where I saw it and I couldn't remember.
I think we don't want to injure a defender.
No.
So I think we have to choose those 2 and just take the hit instead. Because we've not drawn any misses yet, and we have been putting a few misses in there. Yeah. So I think choose those 2. Okay. So those go out of the game. That gets shuffled in, and we get 2 hits.
There must be some missed tiles.
Gun number 2, which is fine because it's already jammed, and a miss. Now, does that go out? Or does it stay in?
It goes out. I'm pretty sure of it.
Miss. It says nothing happens.
Yeah. Artillery tiles.
Now, artillery says
missed
put tile back in bag.
Missed tiles go back into the reserve.
Yeah.
Artillery tiles go back into the bag.
Yeah.
Basically, if they're bad, they go back in the bag.
Yeah.
If they're good, they go out of the game.
Okay. That's not too bad. Right. Surrender. No. 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 End of round.
Yeah.
Round 9.
Okay. So
we're now into siege 2. It's cloudy.
I'm not dead yet.
Cloudy and we lose 3 morale.
Yeah.
3 morale. The latest reports on the radio tell that the Allies are not coming to your rescue. We are on our own.
Yeah.
So morale's gone down by 3. Now, we add the next 2 tokens in. We can't.
Historically,
yeah,
they were holding out for the fact that the British were going to come to their rescue.
Right.
But the British were having problems of their own. And that didn't happen.
So we're supposed to add in 2 tiles, but we can't. We are now doing an artillery attack, and it is, I believe, 3. 3 tiles from the hit bag.
Siege event. Yeah, so it's...
Okay, so it's a miss, it's gun number 1, and it's the artillery one. So that moves to there.
Okay.
That's interesting because it says the highest revealed number, but the highest revealed number is now 2.
Includes the numbers that the red
right,
previous covering.
Okay, 4 soldiers. Right, so 3 of them go here.
Mm.
And then 1 of them pushes up to there and then to there. So we've got 5 in each area.
Okay.
Nice.
Just Lars with his pitchfork.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
And now we do this.
Yes.
So, a 3 and a 5. That was quite lucky. I was very lucky, in fact. Rolled 3 1s. Okay. Then on the next line, what we got? 2 4s and 2 5s. And then on the bottom line, what we're looking at, 4 5s and 6s. We've got 4 of them.
Not looking good for Lars.
So we don't have 2 grenades, but we do have 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, -1 for the defences. Oops. So Lars is wounded.
And you don't...
And there's 1 hit spare.
We don't worry about that.
We don't worry about that. Okay. Then movement. So that moves to there. Those 2 move to there. But that's now got more than 5. So that moves to there. And then those 4 move. So 2 of them go there. And then 2 of them end up here. There you go. Nice. Okay. Right. And we're done. So those 2 come back. We have no supplies. So
is it the end of the? Have we done morale?
no, we're at the start of the next day.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We lost 3 morale because we found out the allies were not coming. So
Okay,
early
so
game
now-
get supplies. I thought we'd got enough. No,
no,
it's
that's still down there.
there.
Okay.
It's down there.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's been good. I'm gonna get in my little hot air balloon and disappear off now, I think.
Yeah.
We kept the artillery under control. We kept the planes under control. We just didn't get enough supplies. You need lots and lots and lots of supplies. So I'm... Yeah, I'm not sure we're going to last beyond today. Is it worth doing anything? I mean, it probably is.
We can play it out.
Yeah, so we lose 1 morale to get 2 of those back.
Yeah.
It's the fact that when they come out of here, they go into tired and not ready. That's the pain. And then those 2 go into rest. So we've got these.
I think we've got to put them on the walls.
We need to put them on the walls.
And
I think losing 1 defender is probably better than 4 resolving 3 morale cards. Let's shovel some snow. Because look, it's there. And what we're going to do with the officer? The officer could do reckless defence.
Oh, that's very.
It's very honourable of him. Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't need to be the officer. It could be the volunteer.
It could.
Although, if you put the officer there, he's going to be the first one to get shot.
Yeah, but I think thematically, let's go for the officer.
All right.
He's going to go in and hit people with his megaphone. Right, so we're doing this first. Okay. So, the volunteer. Yes, it's a hit, and he can only go up to there. So it's that one.
Yep.
Then the soldier is suppressed, but the soldier can go all the way down to here. But let's do that one. And then this one, hit 2 of them. There you go. But he gets injured. Okay, it's just a flesh wound. So, none of that. Shovel snow. Yes, we found something. What have we found? You win the game. We found a radio.
Okay.
Awesome. So we can go there with people and we can add hope cards into the low morale deck.
I think it comes on with a...
It was fun. That's that done. That's done. That done. There's nobody in here. So that goes down 1. That goes down 1. That comes back out. And those 2 go up. Okay. And then morale.
And you can move him there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, now this is the question. Our morale is going to drop and we can't drop it anymore. So what happens...
when it goes off the bottom?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's what happens, is it doesn't go as far as that. If it would go that far, I think you lose a defender.
Right. So, because it's a red day, it goes down, so we lose a defender. Yeah. We are out of supplies, so we lose a defender. There's defenders in the waiting area, so we lose a defender. Okay. Nobody in the morgue. And there are things in red sectors, so we lose a defender. And now we draw 4 low morale cards and resolve 3. Okay. If we've got that wrong, let us know. But that seems to be about right. Now, where are we? We're in Siege 2. I think let's just get this over with. Let's move the surrender marker 1 level up. Let's move all patients in the waiting area down 1 level. So that one goes there. That one goes
the waiting area.
Oh, sorry, in the waiting area.
The opposite.
Oh, sorry, no, this one. Move all patients in the infirmary 1 level down.
Oh, so he goes off the bottom.
Yeah, that's fine, because then the officer gets bed. There you go. Oh, so that's dead. Right. Rather than so when it says lose a defender, I've been putting him over there. Should lose a defender mean here?
Oh, good question. No, no. No, there's specific rules for putting them in the morgue.
Yeah.
Which is in the.
So I resolved that. I'm going to resolve that. So we've got no defences, and we've moved the surrender.
If you would move further down than level 1, place him in the morgue area.
Okay, so losing a defender is just moving the tile over, moving the thing over there.
It doesn't say put him in the morgue. I think it's specific. It tells you to put them in the morgue. It wants.
Oh no! Let us know. Let us know if we've got that wrong. But that then resets. Okay, so 3 or more defenders in the morgue? No.
Not yet.
4 in the waiting area? No. 6 on the map?
Nope.
So
fewer than the required number of healthy defenders left. Have we got 6 healthy defenders? I think that includes tired. So yes, we have. Yeah. So we're
oh, okay.
So
well,
okay.
and these as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're okay.
3 patrols comes out.
Did you advance the turn marker?
I didn't yet because we got 3.
Oh yes.
3 patrols. So we're in siege 2. So goes there. I don't see the point of these now.
Well, it's just if they run out, we get hit. Instead.
Oh, okay, right. I mean, we could be sending the supply run. Might not be a supply run. It might be go out with soldiers and wound people. So we'll play through it, but it is pretty much over. There is nothing we can do. So we are resolving a siege 2 card. This is probably going to kill us. So it's sunny. Yay, the sun's come out. Move all unsuppressed soldiers from sector 1 up 1 sector.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That artillery. So artillery is 3. 3. You want to draw 3 things out, and then 6 more come in.
Right, now these are the miss tokens that we went to a lot of trouble to put in.
BGG clarification, lose defender that goes to the reserve. Thank you very much, Peter.
2 of those.
2 misses. And another...
He goes into the infirmary.
Woundy wound. Okay. Right, and now this.
Okay.
So, the 2 at the top, 3 and a 5. So that goes there, that goes there. Then the next ones, 4, 5 and a 6. 4, 5 and a 6. So 1s and 2s do nothing. 2 4s and a 6. And 1s, 2s, 3s do nothing, so we have a 6. So we have loads of hits. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits, -0. So that one's wounded. We only have 1 grenade, so that's fine. But then movement. So that moves to there. That moves to there. Those 2 move to there, but there isn't space, so that goes to there. And that's it. Okay, but you're saying that the charge...
Yes. No, the charge...
It goes in here, it kills 1, but there isn't 1, so it kills 1 of those. Is that right?
I think that's right. Charge. Yes. Move 1 defender from the tired area to the morgue and place the German infantry meeple into the reserve.
Yeah.
They're nearly on the board. There's only 4 left.
Right. And then it is our go. We get our 2 soldiers back that took yesterday off.
Okay.
And what we're going to do with them?
Well, we could
it doesn't
spend
matter,
a couple of morale points and have the others back.
Sure.
But...
Let's get them all back.
Yes.
So we can put 1 on there. We can put 1 on there.
Yeah.
We can put those 2 in there. And
shovel some snow. There's no point because you can't. Bolster.
It doesn't matter because we're going to
Yeah, that's the only
We're
thing
gonna
that
die.
actually does anything.
So we roll for this one.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's that one dead. And then this one kills those two. This one gets injured. 6. Then we do that, then we do that, then we do this. So bolster, we'll put that up to there. We've got 4 points of healing. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then everything in here goes down 1, so that dies. Those two go to there.
Yeah.
But then those two come back. That one goes up, which means that can go to there and that can go to there. Right, morale modifiers. It is a red day.
Okay.
So -1. We are out of supplies. So that's another -1. So medic dies.
Defenders in the waiting area.
There are no defenders in the waiting area
No,
because they're all dead.
there's a good reason for that.
Yeah,
-1 per defender in the morgue.
that's -3.
Yeah.
So that's 3 more defenders gone.
And
Yes, there is one in a red sector.
so it's going to just be the officer left.
Yep, it's just the opposite
Everybody
left.
else is in the
And there's this
infirmary.
guy still on the walls, and there's
Yeah.
3 in the infirmary.
Or they've
So
run away.
four low morale cards. But I mean, we've lost anyway
1, 2,
because this
3,
surrender is going to go up to 6, and then we lose.
4.
This is kind of a moot point. Where are we? Siege 2?
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, I think Mark's right. We're about to turn it round.
no, we're
Any
not.
moment now.
No, we're not. Move all patients in the waiting area down 2 levels. Can't do that, so we get a hit.
Or
In the waiting area.
So we get a hit.
So we get a hit.
Okay, the hit is
Injure 1 defender. Let's injure this one. That sounds like Adrian's just arrived. We're up here, Adrian, if you want to join us.
what happens to that? That goes.
Draw 2 tiles from the hit bag.
There's only one. You know what that means, don't you?
No.
That advances the cube, which
Yeah.
puts another artillery onto the board.
Yeah. And then that goes back in the bag.
But the fact that there's only one means that we then advance this.
Yeah, but we're going to advance that anyway because in phase C, there are 3 or more defenders in the morgue. Yes. Yeah. Are there 4 or more in the waiting area? No. Are there 6 artillery on the map? No. But then at the end, well, we're there. But if we weren't there, we have fewer than the required number of healthy defenders. So
I think we've lost under
we lost
any of the metrics.
To be fair, we lost here.
Yes.
If we were playing this and we weren't live streaming it, this is the point we would have packed up. Because I think, from my limited experience with playing the game, once it starts to go wrong, there is no coming back.
Yeah.
Because once you run out of supplies, you can't get your ready people. Once your guns start to get damaged, once the Germans really ramp up their attacks, it is a downhill curve. There is no miraculous event card that can save you or anything like that. So it seems to be, from the flow of the game, which is what people in the chat were saying, you've got to do the groundwork here. You've got to get those supplies. You've got to do your very best at building everything up as much as you can, because it's only going to go downhill after that. How did this compare to the first time you played? Did you get the second gun?
I did get the second gun, but I didn't understand that I could fire both guns with one crew. And so I didn't repair it. I just left it there. I did find the radio room.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so what did that do? It allowed you to add hope cards to the low morale deck.
I never had enough defenders to operate it.
But there's all sorts of things here. So you can find supplies, you can find a medicine cabinet, which would go there, a field telephone, counter patrol. Ooh. Because you just go on there and remove one of those.
Yeah. You go out.
Right.
Shooting
or
enemies.
you remove. Yeah. So, quick thoughts on the game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. So we were 3 hours, but we were learning. I didn't know anything about this game going into it. So it was effectively a almost full teach with learning as we were going, with talking through our moves. You reckon you could play this in an hour?
Yes.
Once you really know the game.
Once you know the game, because you're just going right and do that, put that one there, put that one there. What am I going to do with that one? That one. Yeah. Okay, let's go. And then it's done.
We were really speeding up.
Per turn.
Once we'd got going,
5 minutes.
We were flying through this.
Yeah.
What slowed us down was there were a few things where we had to check the rulebook.
Yeah.
A few times.
And the first time I played, I was having to look up everything.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Because I was going really slowly. So this is, by comparison, I reckon when you know the game, hour, maybe a bit longer, maybe hour and a quarter.
What did you think of it, Adrian? Was it good for you?
Yeah, go for it.
So quick review. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. This might be... I've only played a few solo war games, but I think this is probably my favourite one that I've played. It is... When I heard about the game, various people were saying it's a bit like Robinson Crusoe. And I can sort of see that, but it's less like Robinson Crusoe than I thought it was going to be from the number of people that compared it to Robinson Crusoe. I don't know, maybe I've just not played that for a while. You've played that a lot. Does it... There are some similarities.
The difference with Robinson Crusoe, I'm going to say I have mixed feelings about this game, but the reason for that, I think, is because with Robinson Crusoe, you can quite cheerfully enjoy the fact that bears have just knocked over your camp and eaten everything, and then you're gonna die because it's just all fantasy. But this isn't. This is real. These little guys. I mean, these are real people.
Yeah.
Who've got history and families and everything.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like you're trespassing on walking on somebody else's grave. If you know what I mean. So,
it's the thing with historical games, especially ones which have a small scale factor,
because this is such a small scale.
Yeah,
a tiny little. It was a tiny little corner. I mean, nobody's heard of it outside of Norway.
Yeah,
I mean, we have now, and I mean, as a game, I thought it was great. But if you play this solo and you're sitting there late into the evening on your own, it can be quite claustrophobic.
Right. One thing that I liked about the game, bearing in mind I've not read the rulebook, so I can't comment on how good the rulebook is. You did read through it, and you had a couple of questions, which were clarified, and we've also had Peter checking BGG in the chat. So there are obviously a few clarifications that are needed. I'll speak to the designer and maybe get him to put together an FAQ, because I think that might be useful. But what surprised me is that about halfway through, you only needed to half explain things, and then thanks to certain things being printed on the board, and it also just seemed to flow. A lot of things seemed, oh well, that's how you would do, and surely if there's space, surely if we free up a hospital bed, surely that means you can move one across. Well, yes. So a lot of things in the game worked the way that you think they should work, and that obviously helps the thematic understanding of the game, and it helps learning the game as well. Now, I don't know anything about this time in history. I'm going to assume that the designer has done the best job he can and managed to recreate this with historical accuracy. But there's so many little bits in this game. And it's interesting because I was asked in my monthly live Q&A just this last week, what is my opinion on where you have the rules, and then, but because of some thematic or historical reason, we're going to add one exception to that rule because it fits thematically. And what's my opinion on that? Because effectively what you're doing is you're adding an extra rule into the game that only applies in a certain situation because there's a thematic reason.
Yeah.
This game has that, and it's brilliant. The fact that your hunters don't get slowed down when they're carrying heavy equipment, there you go. That is a perfect example of, here's a rule, and if you're carrying loads of stuff, your movement is reduced by 1, unless you're a hunter, because they're used to it and they've got the sleds and things like that. So I love that in the game because that provides this extra richness to the theme. The fact that officers are better at doing this, obviously medics are better at doing that, but you have lots of little tiny exceptions built into the game, but they all work thematically. The fact that certain types of workers, officers can't go out shoveling snow because they wouldn't. The fact that your medics can't operate the artillery guns. In fact, nobody other than soldiers and officers can operate the artillery guns. It seems like it's an extremely thematic game, and it is an extremely thematic game. Now, whilst I did enjoy it, it has these. And it has lots of these. And the other solo war games that I have played, which is Pavlov's House, Castle Itter and things like that, there's dice. There is dice in them. You can't get away from the fact that there's dice. In this game, I think it's a good mix. It isn't just about the dice rolls, because there's so many other things to think about.
I mean, the main central feeling about this game is those decisions that you have to make about where you're going to place your people, and then the consequences of that. Yes, there is randomness. You do have the dice, you do have the cards, but what are you going to do? What's your priority? Where you've got limited resources, you can't do the things you want to do. You can't do it all. So what are you going to do? Are you going to shovel snow? Are you going to repair the guns? Are you going to that's where the game is so strong. It gives you those really tough decisions.
I'm just thinking about it. If we had, because we were bombing the airfield constantly and removing those counters, we probably didn't need to do that, because only 4 of those counters got added in. So if we hadn't have done that, if we'd have done this instead and moved this marker down, we might have survived another day. But we probably wouldn't have survived till
later. Or if you put extra miss
tokens in. Yeah, it's. I can see the amount of time and effort that has gone into designing this game, and one of the parts that I love the most about this game is it isn't just here's 11 rounds and here's the round sequence for those 11 rounds. The fact that you start off in the mobilization phase, where you've got rules and the fear and doubt of the townsfolk are building up, and then 3 days later, the Germans launch their first attack, and you do this side of the board. Then the Germans retreat, realizing, okay, we're going to have to do something else, and they then lay siege, and at that point you remove that part of the board, and the game has these different phases. You're not just doing the same thing for 11 rounds, and that's got a really nice flow to the game. It's needed, because the actions that you're taking at the start of the game are not the actions that you're taking at the end.
I don't think that anybody who was in the fortress actually did get killed, but they got overwhelmed. There was just the Germans filled up the valley, and they weren't because they were relying upon supplies of bread coming from local villagers, and that kind of stopped. I can't remember where I read it, but the designer Petter, I think he said he was out with his dad, and he saw a hand grenade embedded in a wall, and he asked why that was there, and found out about the story.
Oh, right, okay.
And then many years later, he decided to make a game out of
it. Yeah. No, very, very good. We're gonna disappear now. We're gonna go out and get some food, and then tonight we're gonna be playing Evenfall. So if you're interested in that, that's happening tonight at 8 o'clock, just under 3 hours from now. But first of all, thank you very much to everybody who's been watching us live. It's been great to get your company and assistance in the chat, so thank you very much for joining us. As I mentioned at the start, this is not a sponsored video, so I hope we played by the correct rules. If we did make any mistakes, apologies for that. I'm sure the designer will let us know if we did get anything wrong. And another thank you to all of my Patreon supporters. As I mentioned at the start, this is not a sponsored video, so therefore I do rely on the support of the Patreon campaign to keep the channel going. And if you are one of my Patreon supporters, watch this space, because I will be doing a giveaway for a copy of this game. The designer has basically said, yep, he'll give me another copy of the game, which I can give away to somebody. So yeah, I'll be doing that announcement at some point. I don't quite know how I'm going to do that, but I'll sort that out hopefully in the next couple of weeks. Thank you very much, Pete, for taking your time, for learning the game and then teaching me how to play.
Thank you.
We did say we were going to talk about the different difficulty modes at the end.
Yes.
So just before we disappear, let us know how we play on easier mode.
Right. to play on easier mode, you move the adjusting difficulty. So yeah, you can make it harder.
Forget that. Easier.
You place the coup tile. You've got these two tiles here.
Okay.
So the coup and the retreat. You make the coup happen
Later.
on So you and the retreat happens later. You
Oh right, nice.
So
You've got more time to build up.
So mobilization lasts for 4 turns instead of 3, and you do something similar with
retreat goes
the
there.
retreat.
Right. Okay. So basically, you've got an extra round of mobilization, and therefore an extra round of the first attack.
Yeah.
I mean, my opinion on games like this, and I had the same feeling with Frostpunk. It's very, very hard, and you could be one of those people that plays it on hard, loses, plays it on hard, loses, and sees it as a challenge and wants to keep playing it again and again until you beat it. Or you could be the kind of person that plays it 5 times, always loses, gets demoralized, and sells the game. So the fact that there's an easy mode is great, because I'd probably play this twice on normal, and then I'd be like, I'm not doing this. I'd then play on easy, and easy is there for you to see how the flow of the game will work. And then if you can beat it on easy, then go back to normal. But just out of interest, if you do want to make it harder, is it the other way?
You can move those the other way.
The other way. He's just moving them the other way.
But also, there are 3. They're in the box. 3 advanced event cards.
Okay.
They tell you to place cubes in a given sector. Take the cube from the reserve. Place it in the infantry sector in the event when.
Oh, okay.
So these are extra event cards which
With
go
extra
into
cubes.
the relevant bit. Yeah.
Okay.
And
wow. Oh, you got missions as well.
yeah, missions. Like the mission cards allow you draw a random mission card, place it face up. It gives you a mission that you may complete during the game. If you meet the criteria at any event time during the day, resolve the card.
Reveal
and get
all
the
snow
reward.
cards. That should say tiles, I guess.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So you get rewards. If you're not able to resolve the mission by the end of turn 10, you start turn 11 with -3 morale.
Okay, let's leave them for the people who play it a lot. Anyway,
So-
we are all done. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Give the video a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you've got the game, played it, and if you've managed to beat it. And we'll see some of you later on tonight. Thank you, Pete. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye-bye.